Tonight. How exciting. Sorry about the delay. We got top-down versus bottom-up betting. That sounds exciting. We'll give you an update on the presidential betting odds, see if anything has maybe changed in the presidential race. I don't know. We have a special beer tonight, a real American beer. We got that. We've got trivia. We got top picks. We got it all. I'm JT. We're the 50,000-watt voice of the numbers guys. This show's BS. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ready, dope.
All right, let's do it.
This is the 50,000-watt voice of the numbers guys in
the Motor City.
And now, live from Studio 8B, it's time to BS with the guys.
Well, what is going on, Numbers Nation? Hey, if you're seeing us on YouTube, man, it's great to be with you. And if you're watching us live, please feel free to chime in the chat and say hello. Guess what, D-Dub? Who do you think's in there right now?
Q-Dub?
Q-Dub already in there with an extra, an elongated yo. Many O's. Many O's on that one. What's happening, Q-Dub?
Good guy.
He's a real good guy. Hey, and if you'd rather send us a text, somebody actually did that the other day.
Huh. Was it an accident?
No, I think they met.
It was one of my cousins.
Bill collector.
Our friends.
Yeah,
the show?
one of your...
They're my cousin's friends, yeah.
Yeah. You can do that. You can text us, TNG Live 007. That's going to be 864-548-3007. And folks, if we provide you any sort of value tonight, maybe it's just purely entertainment. Maybe it's a hot betting tip. By the way, I have one. The game already went off because we're so late now. But hey, all you got to do is give this video a like. It's a thumbs up. It's going to look like this. Or your subscription. That would really mean the world to us.
Can you subscribe twice?
I don't think that's possible. But if you can figure out a way to subscribe twice, go ahead and do that.
I think I've already gone through my whole Rolodex.
Yeah? With P for the entire hour. Back from Nashville, hot chicken himself, D-Dub.
Nash-Tucky, they call it.
How was the
It's
Nashville?
pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Not
It's
a bad place, right?
It's a popular place these days.
You see any bachelorette parties going on?
I saw more people per square inch
Okay.
than I ever saw in Vegas when I was out there. You know,
Yeah, a lot of people.
Oh, nuts!
On that, what's that, Broadway? The big drag day?
Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had a good time. Did you have any hot chicken?
No. I passed on the bologna sandwich too. By the way,
Fried bologna?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yep. I think they do it. It was the recession special.
Okay.
It was white bread with fried bologna,
Covered in
lettuce,
cheese.
and tomatoes.
Whoa.
No cheese?
No cheese.
At least it's white bread in the recession. Must
Yeah,
not
it
be
looked
too
like
bad.
Wonder Bread.
It's not
I was going to call it
depression.
Wander Bread.
Wonder
I
bread?
don't know what that means.
I like fried bologna. You guys ever had that before?
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorites.
I like bologna cold between two pieces of toast.
Just like a
Really? I don't go on
can
my
of
way to eat
spam?
it.
Is
But
that what you do?
Ugh. Eckridge. My bologna has a first name. It's Eckridge.
That's not how it goes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's OSCAR. Isn't it? Oscar Mayer?
Oscar
Okay.
Mayer, yeah.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Well, I'm glad you made it back safe. I know there can be too much fun to be had sometime out there in
Sometimes.
the Nashville
Any
area.
pappies out there?
Didn't even think about bourbon. Last summer, Rich is referencing my trip to Louisville, where everything is bourbon related.
I'm sorry. Is more whiskey out there?
It's just about the country music, Broadway, live music, I guess I should say. It's not all country.
Yeah. Well, Jack Daniel's Distillery is in about an hour away, I think it is, from Nashville. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right.
But a lot of music. Like, for example,
Yeah.
have you heard of Mellow Mushroom?
The pizza place?
It's a pizza chain.
Oh, yeah.
Usually they pop up in sort of, Tones would say, sort of liberal college towns.
Sure.
But it's just a pizza place that's sort of like fancy. You can get a lot of shiitake mushroom pizzas and things
There's
of that
one in
nature.
Myrtle Beach.
There is
Yes.
one in Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
In Nashville, by God, they have live music in the corner.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the mellow mushroom.
In the Mellow Mushroom, and you can't bring kids in
It's like Pop
after 5 o'clock.
No kids after 5?
no
No,
kids.
pretty much the whole,
Really?
pretty much the whole town.
Is it really?
And
Okay.
and also one of our friends, he had a tank top on, and they wouldn't let him in to a couple of different bars.
Was he overdressed?
I was just gonna say, you think of Nashville, that's gonna be like
Yeah, no tank
good
top.
looking there.
I thought that's sufficient for country.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
It's really changed.
Yeah.
You could wear like flip flops, right?
I went as a little kid, 1984,
oh yeah, you're the Tigers won the World Series. I think
and
that
it was more like it was sort of more of a place that it was sort of had a little bit of danger to it.
okay.
There's none of that anymore.
No, pretty
No.
safe.
It's just a big.
You might get run over by a pedal bar. That's about the worst thing that's going to happen there.
You're describing downtown Detroit,
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, pedal bars.
the
yeah.
murder capital of the world, no more.
Right. Now it's the capital of pedal bars. Well, I'm glad you had a good time, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next to you, coming from Clinton Township. How you doing tonight, Tones?
Hanging pretty well. I get to go see foreshadowing. I got to see the Hawkster at a local liquor store. He's making his
brother.
rounds in Metro Detroit. Was at Lions camp this morning.
Would you describe it as life changing?
It's kind of weird because like I was big into wrestling when I was
Yeah.
little. Like I wouldn't miss Monday Night Raw.
Ho!
Went to a few live events when I asked my parents for my birthday and Christmas gifts to give me tickets to go to SummerSlam and stuff like that. So I never missed anything watching. It was must see TV. And Hawkster was like my top 3, I would say.
Sure.
So to finally see him in person, out and about, a few feet away, promoting his beer, which I'll grab from the fridge. So it's currently cooling off right now. So hopefully it's a little chilled by the time libation comes around. So
Quite a thrill. It sounds like it was for
it's
you.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'm glad you got to do that. I would have went. That would have been fun to meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's like a cultural icon.
He really is. He had that. Didn't he have a show, like a reality show at one
Yeah,
point too?
my wife used to watch it.
Hogan knows best.
Yeah, that was it.
Hogan's Heroes?
No, different Hogan. Totally different Hogan.
That was probably one of the early stages of reality TV. One of the
It was-
early
Yeah.
shows.
Up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was early.
The real world.
Yeah, but it was probably like 15 years.
You
ago,
mind if I hang up my Confederate flag? That was season 2.
I don't remember that.
Oh, jeez.
Richie, how are you, man?
Jim, looking good for a trip back from Vegas, my friend.
Yeah. I
You go to
made it.
Vegas?
It just got back today.
Look at that
Several
circuit
hours
hat.
ago. Got the circa hat on.
Yeah, you're hanging
born
better
to
than
wear
I
that
would,
hat.
man. I would be passed out after Vegas right now. So
You know, it was a bit of a
Blur?
a bit of a blur. And the big part was because we got back, it was like 2 or 1 o'clock, and then by the time it's an hour drive from the airport, and then we got back, and Jimmy had some like lunch set up for us. So I ate the lunch,
okay,
and I was thinking, man, I don't really want to go anywhere. But then I knew I have an obligation for the show, and then the internet didn't work, so that was kind of a bummer.
that's good.
Yeah,
But we're live now.
we're live, and I'm glad we're all here. And let's I'm getting thirsty. I haven't had enough beer to drink over the last 4 days.
Are we ready for libation?
I think it's time.
I'm gonna go get it.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our face holes to try. It's libation exploration with the numbers guys.
And we have returned in Studio 8B. It's a double dose of libation exploration today.
Oh, boy.
Me and Del were singing. This is a little something that Richie had found. He put
Yeah,
this
I was
up here.
getting a little shaky. I haven't paid my debt in a
not
couple
right.
weeks. So,
Yeah, we weren't going to break your legs. or
and we're
nothing.
getting close to the end of summer here. So, if we're going to go with the shandy, it better be now. Because next time, it's going to be bourbon beer time.
Yeah, that's a good point. Wait, is this the, how do you say this?
thank you.
Narragansett? Isn't this from New York? Or
Yeah, Rochester, New York.
Yeah,
Home of Rick Moffitt.
Oh, no kidding.
I don't think I got one of those, Rich.
Here you go, bud.
Oh,
Help yourself.
I got another one over here, too. I thought I would give you one.
So this is Dell's Shandy. Dell's Shandy, 4.7% alcohol by volume, 14 IBUs.
There's more if you need some.
Thirst quenching. Okay, wait. The first Dell's frozen lemonade stand opened in Rhode Island in 1948. Oh, so this has quite a bit of history behind it. It's not just beer and lemonade. It's beer with a specific lemonade.
Started reading it in the party store, and I gave up after the first 2 sentences. So
Okay, well,
I was sold.
it sounds historic. It sounds historic. And let me
Tone says it has a little Italian.
Yeah, a little Italian connection. That gives it a extra point. I
Sure.
would say.
A little darker than you might think.
I did not think they would be that dark coming out. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
Interesting.
What's the first thing you think of when you hear Dell?
I think of Little Runaway.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I was thinking of the shower curtain ring salesman, Del Griffith from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I was thinking of Odell Beckham.
Oh,
Or just,
okay.
so,
Tones?
I would say computers. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
That was the easy one.
Yeah.
Well, he said the first thing you think of.
You're
I would
right,
say
you're right. I went blank when you asked that, and I don't know. I think I read an article on Odell Beckham earlier today.
Del Griffith.
Here's our
Well,
skill.
as we
Still
know,
$1 million
Daryl-
short of being a millionaire.
Daryl's one of Daryl's favorite all-time movies.
Here's our scale. There it is. I don't even have to read it. Daryl's going to read it.
I'm driving across town for this as hit.
Is that a 5?
That's a 5.
Okay, all right.
Meh, I wouldn't kick it out of bed.
What happened to 4?
Well, I'm just seeing if he can guess it. Come on.
That's a 3.
I'd buy it with no hesitation.
That is definitely a 4.
Hard pass. Nastier
1. It's a 1.
than Clinton Township's water.
Sure. Well, we're missing is 2.
I'm proud of our water.
I'll choke it down for the show.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
comma,
Correct.
slash,
I think we.
semicolon.
Semicolon?
I think Jim, we need to change that from Flint's to Armada's water because we went to Coon Creek restaurant.
Okay.
Yesterday,
Oh, yeah.
And the water was terrible, but the food was good.
It's probably well watered.
Coon
I
Creek.
didn't
I'm
drink
not
it.
familiar with that.
I drank beer.
Probably well watered.
Coon
a
Creek.
household name.
An excellent BBQ out in the out
So
in
it's
the
good
country.
food though. Just
Good
don't
food.
Drink,
I liked it.
Just don't drink the water.
Yep. Don't drink the water
Eat
though.
the food.
Eat the food.
Drink some beer.
Interesting.
I heard Flint's
Creek.
water's on the comeback, so maybe that's a 2.
I have heard that as well.
I heard Barack drank it.
Speaking of, that was perfect timing because we do have a sponsor for today's
Really?
show. Yeah, it's actually Mr. Midwest for President. I've officially thrown my hat in the ring
As a Democrat.
As a Democrat. I mean, I'm running as a Democrat, and my whole platform is to first of all, I want to save our democracy. Second of all, I want to abolish
Is this your
taxes
running
on-
mate up here?
That's
need
me.
some
And,
of it.
it's me and Kenny. Yeah, Kenny and I. See, I have the Asian support from the Asian community, and I'm going to make gambling great again. And let me tell you, I have the same amount of primary votes as the front runner for my party does, with a grand total of 0
I agree with
right now. So I figured, why not? Let's try it.
I agree not taxing gambling winnings because I made the money, I paid the taxes on. If I want to go have fun gambling, it shouldn't matter what the outcome is after that.
I agree. And you know, we're one of the few countries that taxes
Yeah,
gambling.
We
wins.
are one of the very. Even Canada doesn't tax gambling winnings.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Really?
could go to Windsor, win $1 million, open a bank account there, and just take 10 grand every time I want.
Yeah, it's double
Is that
taxation.
true?
Yeah, you can.
I've seen
You're
somebody
supposed
with a,
to report it, but I don't know.
Yeah. So I just want our citizens to be on a level playing field with the rest of
Yeah,
the
I
world.
mean, if I'm going to take my chances gambling, that should be my
Jim,
own.
can I get a
my
little
own deal.
background on that picture? Can I see that picture again?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So walk me through the process of how you get Kenny to pose for this picture.
Well, we were at Legacy Club.
Give him a 5-star.
I gave him a 5-star. Took him in the app, gave him a 5-star review.
This is at Legacy.
This is at Legacy
Look at that
Club.
view in the
Oh,
background.
it's amazing view.
That's amazing. But I don't know if
love
Tones remembers this or not, but that was our bartender when me and
it.
you.
Was it
and-
the same guy?
Yeah, it's Kenny. He was talking about the sock, throwing the sock on the wall.
I
and shit.
remember an Asian guy.
Hilarious. I said, okay. I said, I got to take me and you got to take a picture, Kenny. He's like, well, take a picture, but you have to look like I'm pregnant. Act like I'm with child. So that's where that came from.
They were kind of funny, entertaining.
They're hilarious.
Bartenders
there.
over there.
Yeah,
He just looked really comfortable there.
he
so.
was. Yeah, very confident. Looking at probably the next president of the United States he's standing with. So he felt good about it, I guess.
That looked like a good time.
where was he from?
I don't remember where he's from.
I'm going to say Philippines.
I'm gonna say
You mean
Reno.
like is
Malaysia.
It could be. Could be. Did
be
you when
Malaysia.
you were there? Did you have Kenny? No, do you remember Kenny?
Don't recall the fellow's name, but he was from Hawaii.
Okay.
And apparently, Hawaii has the biggest population. No, Vegas has the largest Hawaiian population
Of
Makes
Sam-
sense.
Of Samoans.
the country. Possible.
I'm
You
buying
think
that.
somewhere in Hawaii would have that?
You think UCLA campus
Maybe
would
in
have
the
that.
continental U.S.
I don't know. I didn't hear any of that.
Look it up.
You know, I heard a weird statistic talking about Hawaii, just off the wall.
Yeah.
There's only 2 U.S. states that have never hit 100 degrees. It's Alaska and Hawaii. Isn't that crazy?
That is very crazy.
It's that
You're
Hawaii
telling
has
me even
never,
the bottom part of Alaska never hit 100 degrees?
no, and Hawaii has never hit 100 degrees.
That's the
shit.
weird part, Rich.
Yeah.
The
The
Hawaii.
Hawaii part.
I understood that.
Okay,
The Alaska
because you
part, I
focused
believe.
on
I thought that's
Alaska.
bizarre because Hawaii's warm, but it never escalates. I think because it's right
Well,
in the
Alaska,
ocean there, it keeps it
It's
from hitting.
tricky because it has the 2 legs
Yeah.
going south, and so it's not really. Yeah, the north is the Arctic Circle.
But I was like
but
shocked when I heard that.
Yeah.
That is hard to believe.
Mm-hmm.
It
Again,
must,
the
hit,
Hawaii
90,
part,
it
the
must
Hawaii
hit
part.
90 consistently.
What about
Just
when there's the
don't-
volcano? Doesn't that add an
that-
extra
maybe
It
that
doesn't
doesn't
affect,
count.
I don't know.
Interesting. That's the best stat ever given out on this show, I think.
I just heard on
pretty
the
good.
weather report.
I wish we still had our challenge flags because I would be throwing it on
Fact
this one.
checkers.
I wonder where those went. They're here somewhere.
Yeah, did we move them in the process?
Yeah, they're here. I'm not sure where
Well,
they're at here.
we were trying to cut down on the noise coming out of one of our offices downstairs, and we made those guys just throw flags at each other all day.
They just
right?
throw flags at each other all day?
Father and son.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Just penalize each other
we
constantly.
only have one set of father and son.
Whatever happened to father and son pizza?
I had, by the way, I had Oliver's the other day.
I like Oliver's.
wow.
26 in Romeo
Romeo?
Plank.
How was that?
Shockingly good.
Yeah,
It's solid.
that's a winning pizza there.
I remember it from back over when it was close to where I grew up.
That might have been
really?
one of the first Detroit pizzas I've had.
They're kind of famous for being inside gas stations typically, which is not usually what I look for in a pizza.
Yeah.
That's the best kind. It's those hidden gems.
Is that?
In fact, this was a sports related thing. I met Gordie Howe at the Oliver's Pizza
No shit.
over on Shaner. That's not there anymore. It's long gone. It's now a coffee house, I think.
I met him at Salt River Golf and Bowl.
No kidding.
I
then
met
I-
him at Lumberjack in New
I met him
Baltimore,
a second time at Lumberjacks. Yes.
which is still there.
He was big on signing autographs for very little.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Poor
not
guy had no money.
He didn't charge. Yeah,
Good
he
guy.
played for basically free.
Yeah.
He never had an agent. He negotiated.
Good guy.
his own
Like he actually
contracts.
talked to you and stuff, from what I remember. Like
Shook
I
your hand?
rode my bike up there, and he had a nice. I mean, like you guys are saying, he didn't charge anything, and
That's when men were men back in the day.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, by the way, we have Jarrell Petrie. It says LFG. Jarrell,
JP?
what's going on, JP?
Oh,
Hype.
Where are you
Long
back?
time. Hey,
Mr.
man.
Hype.
Yeah.
Are you back from African Safari or what's going
He's
on?
got the hype
never
athletics
know.
tone. You gotta pay
I
attention
got
to
I got a question for Jarrell. Can you ask Jarrell a
Yeah,
question,
that's Jarrell
Jimmy?
a question. Yeah, Jarrell, pay attention.
So I'm working on. I want to get this fella that won the World Series of Poker on our show.
Okay.
He's a local. He's in Shelby Township, supposedly.
Cada? Joe Cada?
Yes. And on Facebook, I noticed that 2 of my friends happen to be friends with the guy, and Jarrell Petrie is one of
Was
them.
one of them?
Oh, no
That's
kidding.
another interesting
Can
statistic.
Jarrell get him on the show?
Jarrell, you might have just heard that. Can you get the World Series of Poker champion on the show? It's a good question. Okay.
Why do
We
you
can
want-
have him match wits with Richie.
He says,
Oh, I'd take him down.
trying to build something over there.
Oh, he's talking about hype. This guy's new hype.
Oh,
thing
hype.
going on. Yeah.
Then he says, Joe, you guys can read this. I don't
Yes.
need to read it to you.
You're doing great, though, Jimmy.
Am I doing okay? All right. Yeah, Joe, I think, is who he's referring to.
Yes.
Right,
Joe
Joe?
Cada.
Yeah.
He, Joe, you remember when Joe
Yeah, he's
used
a
to
cool
have
guy.
the,
I'll ask him.
Yeah. He used to have that joint over there on Sheener and by the
Yeah.
where the slider place is now.
Yeah. It was a poker place, right?
I'm actually sorry. Before it was at the pool. It was at Aqua Tots. That's where he had his place.
Oh, it was Aquatat.
It was next door because that used to be a bar. That was another bar. over
Before
there.
Tilted Kill, wasn't it?
Oh, you talking where Roosevelt's was and all that?
Yeah,
Roosevelt's-
he had like a monster. You could play blackjack in there. We
Yeah.
did poker tournaments.
Yeah,
in there.
that's right. I
It was
forgot
in
about
Roosevelt's then, Kata's then, till
that.
killed.
Right.
He got in trouble though, I guess. Well, not him, but they were skimming from the charity, and that's like how all these places get shut down.
Hey, we want to get this guy on the show here. Like,
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know. He kind of ducked town after that because I liked his place. I don't know what happened there. Wasn't I don't think he probably didn't have anything to do with it.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, get him on here. I'll play him.
Oh, you want to play him?
Yeah,
on
let's
the
go.
show. I thought you just wanted to come on the
No.
show.
We're gonna have a live.
What do you think? What's enough to get Joe Cat interested here? $1,000 throwdown
I doubt it.
coming for you, Joe. What do you
Considering
got?
you won $8.5 million, I'm guessing no.
I would say a 10G buy-in each. 10G buy-in.
Yeah, Snickers. There
Terrell
you go.
says, yeah, Snickers the OG goat. I remember
Snookers
that.
Pool and Pub.
Sure.
All right, let's set that up.
That would be awesome, Jarrell.
That would
if
be
you could
sweet.
get him. Because I messaged the guy on Facebook.
Oh, did you?
No response.
Oh, well, he doesn't know you.
Did you tell me no JP?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. He's got another friend of mine that he knows. I think they all either went to Ike or Utica. So they're local.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So
If he doesn't mind sweating a little bit, come on up.
yeah, that would be cool.
That's the only way you play poker.
Well, I mean, just sweating like profusely, like I am right now.
You gotta be able to
Like 4
power
days
through the
worth
elements.
of gin and beer. Okay, now here's the next thing we got. This was extra special. This is courtesy of Tones. Well, but we had to rate this beer, by the way.
We gotta rate it.
8.
Oh, we didn't do that.
8.
I know. I thought you read the, you read the damn thing.
you just
here.
read the
What are you
score.
doing?
Gosh. 3.9.
3.9. Done.
Really? Man, I thought it'd be higher than that.
I'm gonna do.
I'm a tough critic these days.
You are tough.
I
Since
think
I've been to
after
Nashville.
Summer Shandy, this is the next best that I've tried. That's similar. I'm gonna do 4.2 ish on this.
I think this is better than Summer Shandy. This is a 4.99 in my book. I'm
Yeah.
buying this every summer from now on. It's freaking delicious.
Tastes like real lemonade. in
It's
there.
good.
Yeah,
Very
it's pretty
refreshing.
good. I'm gonna on a shandy only scale would be a 5.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I took the 0.01 off.
I'm gonna go 4 on the all beer scale. Yeah,
It's delicious.
yeah, good call, Rich.
By the pool, Tones. That's like your
Oh, this
criteria.
is a great pool beer. Absolutely.
Yeah. How about this one, brother? Real American beer, Tones.
Yeah.
Those are not
This-
his abs, by the way.
Are you sure?
I'm
Maybe they
confident
were
in that.
from 1986.
I think they took Lex Luger's abs and they slapped
That
him
could have
on
been 86. dude.
Hollywood's body.
America. Fuck yeah. This is what this bear
So
says.
this just came. I mean, I think it's brand new beer, right? And he's just rolling it out right now. So
Tones, you saw the Hawkster today.
I did see him from about maybe 12, 15 feet away.
Did you?
Got pretty
No,
close.
between
There he
me
is.
and you and nobody else, did you kind of have a tear coming down the eye a little bit?
I would
Your
my
inner child come out?
my 10-year-old self was like jumping up and down.
Yeah.
I had Cristiano on my shoulders while I was taking that picture. I almost dropped him trying to take the picture.
That's all right. He'll bounce.
Yeah.
You only get to see Hulk once in your life,
Yeah,
man.
so- but yeah, it was. So we had to go to the liquor store. You had to buy beer first, a case, and then you could get in line to meet them. But the line was like huge, and I would never have made it to the show in time if I got in line. But he's bouncing around all over the place. I think it was like last 2 or 3 days. There's bars and liquor stores all over.
Lions practices, I think.
Yeah, Lions practice too.
Yeah.
On a related subject, Daryl, Lex Luthor is coming into town.
Lex Luthor,
Yeah. Another famous
played by Kevin Spacey.
Lex Luger? What's his
Lex
name?
Luger.
Luger, sorry.
Like,
He's coming to town?
He's coming to town. He's coming to a collectible place on 21 in Utica there, or Van Dyke.
Are they handicap accessible? Because
Yeah,
I believe
is
he's rolling up his chair down
He's
there.
in a wheelchair, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
did
he's
he get
got some
hurt?
demons.
I think a lot of steroids happened to him.
Yeah, he had a didn't he have a run with Miss Elizabeth?
I believe
That was
so.
Macho Man and Hulk Hogan.
I know Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. Everybody knows Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. But
I think they were together when she OD'd.
I think
Don't bring that up next week.
No, probably not.
Sore subject, probably.
He might be in a wheelchair, but he can still rack you.
Does he still have that? Does he still have that steel plate in his forearm? You know, they used to elbow people with.
What was
Was
he
that
more
him?
of a WWE or WCW fella?
I think he started in WCW went to WWE, and then I think went back to WCW.
Yes.
If I'm correct.
Yes, most of his time, I think you.
I feel like in college he was like WCW. Right?
Yes, and the first 10 years of his career too.
I saw him versus Yokozuna at SummerSlam '93.
What was his name in the WWF /
The Narcissist.
The Narcissist. Yes, a little hidden.
Boy, that's a word thrown around a lot these days.
I know a few of those in our office actually.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. I'm trying to find the ABV on this thing. Where the hell
Is that four? I saw four.
This has to be on par with Bud Light.
4-2,
4-3, brother.
4-3.
All right, brother.
Yep.
Here's what it looks like, brother. Well, that's not it. That's it. That's what it looks like.
So I think you're going to be rating this against a Bud Light, a Coors
Yes.
Light, a Miller Light type deal.
Straw yellow.
I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
But a bit of a harsh nose feel.
It had a little initial whiff to it, yeah.
A little harsh.
Really? Because I think it. I didn't smell it. I don't ever
I
go
don't
my
know what
way.
to describe that as.
It
If you
goes
took a
down
dump in a
smooth, though.
can.
It doesn't smell like that.
You
doesn't?
defi-
I'm taking a dump
I
in a
could
can.
definitely-
Maybe it's the can?
Oh, maybe it's a can.
I definitely could tell this apart from all the big brand light beers.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Is this supposed to be light? Mm-hmm. Oh, it is.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Where's it brewed? at?
Gotcha.
Almost sort of watery in a way.
Yeah, I mean it's a. I don't know.
He put a nice
Labatt-ish, or not Labatt, but Blue Ribbon-ish.
he testified on the can, but you can't read it. The color of the
Yeah.
writing is the same
The
color
silver
as the
font
can.
on the white
Who came up
can.
with that idea? I don't know. That's stupid. You're wearing a freaking sweatshirt now that I'm just noticing this.
Well, it's cool outside.
Ain't that cool?
It's a nice, comfortable
Wow.
70
It's not really a sweatshirt. It's more like a
It's a
boating shirt.
Long sleeve tee
Yeah, but-
kind of arrangement.
voting shirt. I'll wear this to the polls.
El Nino always runs up here, upstairs.
Oh, I like the Hulk, Stir, or Hollywood, depending on whichever you're.
Which one do you prefer?
What's that?
Hollywood or the American?
Oh, regular Hulk Hogan.
Oh, you got Hollywood.
I didn't like Hollywood. Hulk Hogan.
I'm more of a Thunderlips fella myself.
Yeah, 1982.
Oh, it came out to
WrestleMania 3,
I Am a Real American
Rocky
song. Like, you can't beat that.
Rocky 3.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, he makes a lot of interesting claims these days, and they're usually pretty quickly proven false. He claimed that he was the first one to come out to entrance music. You know
Hulk
that
Hogan?
Rick Derringer song, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And that was quickly shut down.
I mean, who was that from Texas that just chimed in?
That might be Aunt Debbie.
Aunt
It
Deb?
does. It looks like pee in a cup. she's right. That does look like pee in a cup.
I don't think that's
Hello
like,
from Texas. Hello, Aunt Deb.
and it tastes warm, so Deb would say put some salt on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go first on this.
Okay.
I think this is another 4.
Oh,
It's
really?
crisp. It's crisp. It's good.
It's not bad.
Right. It's like it tastes
There's
like
no
a Budweiser,
aftertaste.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I wouldn't say
Clean.
it doesn't taste light, but it's
No, it doesn't
not,
taste light to
Yeah, if that's what Hulk was going for, he missed there. But I'm with you, Jim. I'm like 4-1 on this. This is not bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I give it an incomplete, Tones.
Incomplete?
There's no flavor. There's nothing.
There's
There's
no
just a
flavor?
bad nose feel.
Well, he gave a 4. How
Yeah,
can
I
it
think-
have no flavor if Jim?
I don't
gave it a
know.
For what it is, man. I think it's
For what it is.
For what it is.
Well,
For
you're
like
changing the whole scale
a
then.
Pilsner
For what it is.
or a just a traditional lager, like something like a Budweiser.
It's like water.
Budweiser, Bud Light.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it,
I think
guys.
it's pretty good. Yeah. He flunked it.
Oh, he's the harshest
Gave
critic.
it
It's not
incomplete.
bad per se, but I just don't feel like I don't feel like it's anything.
That's no problem.
No Bush Light.
It is no Peroni. That's for sure.
What say what you want, but Busch Light has a little bit of a fizz to it, you know.
Well, this
Speaking of
has some
Peroni,
head.
I had a Peroni at the Italian Fest. You guys missed
Oh,
out.
did you go?
No, I went.
I almost went Friday.
It was a good time.
I'm gonna go flat 4 on this. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, we agree. We're seeing eye to eye here, brother.
incomplete.
Not bad.
Incomplete.
The first
Daryl flunked
incomplete
it.
ever.
Gave it an eye.
INC.
Yeah.
Cool if you could tear the label off real quick.
This tastes like liberal tears. Tone.
should
That
do
is,
that, man.
that is
Everyone
liberal
could,
tears.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. That
You
would
missed
be-
the boat on that. I'll have to get in touch with his advertising team.
I feel like I could drink a dozen of these. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't
I
feel
mean-
like it has anything. It doesn't have.
These are poundable
any
beers.
fizz to it or anything.
You can put these down on the golf course.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how it didn't get cold though. Tellins like it's still warm.
I put
kinda
it right next to the freezer.
Anti-cold.
If you don't mind me asking, what was the
Can-
12-pack cost?
$48. That's
No,
Vegas price.
Wow.
I think I spent. It's probably. I would say it was about $16 for a 12-pack.
All right.
Paying a
little
little
pricey.
markup then.
You're paying
I-
six to
What
halt
about on
directly.
Venice Beach?
I tell you what, the Middle Eastern guy that owned the liquor store, man, he had a smile.
He had
Biggest
tears in his
value
face.
It
You
looked
guys,
like
actually, have you guys
it
ever
looked
been
like
there?
there was peace in the Middle East the way he was smiling, dude. Because he's like, yeah,
Have you guys
people-
ever been to that place though?
That's the
Before-
first time. It's a huge. It's a nice.
Places they have like literally. If you're looking for
a
something
legit-
odd, you go there.
It's a
What place
legit
is it?
It's called the Liquor Book.
liquor book. Yeah.
Where's
It-
that?
19 and a half in Mound, basically.
Yeah, you think Uno's over there? That Walmart,
Oh, yeah.
Arby's,
South of that?
RJ.
It's a big store. It's a
That's
lot of
known.
cool things.
That's known as one of the. If you like need odd liquors from like different countries, you go there.
yeah.
Gotcha.
The next to the Polish place?
I don't know the area that well, but I know it's
I'm
that.
trying to
It's
think
What's the Polish place?
on the east side
Yeah.
of the road. I'm not sure where the Polish. No, it's across the street. No, the Polish place is the other side.
What's that place called?
Oh,
Don't
man.
even mention them by name.
All right. Fair enough.
Wow. Oh, DW, you want to talk about what you brought in today? It's like show and tell,
Oh yeah, brother.
brother.
Jim, how much that hat set you back at Circa?
$35.
No.
They should have gave you that free after a few sports bets.
I mean, they
I
should
didn't-
give that
I
out once you
didn't-
buy the pool admission.
I don't know. It's
Stadium swim circus.
Here.
yeah.
Sorry.
Warmed up the pizza.
Freddie the Pizza Man. Okay, so the name of this segment was going to be Richie's Postulations, D-Dub edition.
You want to do that?
It's no.
Let's play it. I
got
haven't heard
right
it in a
here.
while.
I mean,
We
I'm
got
not
it.
apple picking in April. Are you?
No.
Oh.
Richie's Postulations. D-Dubs edition.
I thought we were going to call it Portnoy's Pizza Problem.
I don't have that.
And then the song was going to be in
It's not in reserve.
the tune of Popeye's Chickens jingle.
That chicken from Popeyes.
Portnoy's Pizza Problem.
That's soulful. I like that. Yeah, it's
Something like that.
Did Freddie say he got really busy after Portnoy came there?
Yeah, he's changed. He's changed.
Now he's too good for you.
He's like, yeah, only larges and no slices individually, and
We got too busy
hours
for
are
bridges.
different now. And
Oh, what a jerk.
so, no, he's all right. He's a good guy raising money for autism. I don't know if we can hold this up.
Looks like
In
some
a manner that-
Is that supposed to be
You want me to
spinach?
take it over here?
Sure,
I can put it under the.
grab a slice.
put it under
Are,
the thing here.
are you gonna have a slice?
Yeah, I'll have a slice.
Do you guys want a slice?
Sure.
I'll try this. Please.
So
Is that spinach?
That's basil.
Okay.
I would have accepted bay leaf, but spinach.
Thank you.
He didn't see it close up.
That's got leaves on it, Daryl.
You're right. That's fine. I'm being a little harsh.
I didn't know you liked anything else
I
other
can
than
be a
pepperoni
little
on your
nasty
pizza.
sometimes.
Yeah,
I might even have a slice again. You guys don't mind that it's been out for a few hours, do you?
No. I'm always down to try something.
So I titled this. So this is the pizza down in Melvindale
Yep.
that Dave Portnoy, El Presidente, Barstool owner, he went down there during COVID, and this was his. He proclaimed it Detroit's best pizza.
It's got good undercarriage for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to get to because
That crispy.
Sorry.
yeah, Melvindale, which is God's country.
Would you say that's downriver? And
No, it's more like sort of right in the thick of things. It's,
Industrial area, right?
Yeah, it's
I
pretty.
thought that was downriver. Near Wyandotte, right?
is
It's
that when
kind
you're
of like. Do you consider Allen Park downriver, or is
when you're
that
on
sort of in the
75
middle?
And all the smoke's coming everywhere.
Yeah, it's like between 75 and name another freeway, 96 or something like that.
The Hustler Club.
I would call that more like central, but I guess it could be downriver adjacent.
I mean, to
So
me,
this is the pizza that Portnoy loved. I say it's pretty good. It's pretty good. How's that go?
Pretty good egg. Yeah.
But I titled this segment. What did I title this segment again?
Portnoy's problems?
Pizza problems.
Pizza problems? Yeah.
I love the guy. I think he's hilarious.
Sure.
I find him compelling.
Yes. Yep.
He's very successful.
Entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
You
Sure.
hate
He's
that
a- he's a
you dislike
billionaire.
him for being a hardcore Michigan fan. Is that
That's not a plus. It's
that doesn't-
definitely not
does
in
that
the
skew
plus
your-
side.
Okay.
It is funny when he loses on Michigan bets, but he did cash out big time in the championship. I will say, I love the guy because he sold his company for millions of dollars and bought it back for $1.
That was pretty cool. Pretty shrewd. Yeah, shrewd businessman.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But I have a problem.
Yeah, what is your problem? What is Portnoy's pizza problem? Are we
Portnoy's
trying to
pizza-
start beef with Dave Portnoy? Is that what we're trying to do?
It's
here?
not that. I love the guy.
El Presidente?
Yeah.
But I find that everybody wants to make pizza now because he's the most popular pizza reviewer.
He kind
Pe-
of, I think you're
pizza's-
mad at him because he
pizza tour?
took your bit.
I did talk about this for
That's a hell
about
of a
20
gig.
years.
If you're thinking of like one of your favorite
But-
gigs, if you could do that, that would be like right up there. Go just try pizzas and
You know, S hit or get off the pot at some point, right? So anyhow,
That's true.
but I find these places are everybody wants to make this pizza now that has this almost burnt quality to it.
Just to
It's
satiate Dave Portnoy.
overdone. It's just not. Pizza is you know what I always say. Pizza is subjective.
Oh, yeah. You say that all the
I
time.
don't think you say that.
You have a shirt that says that. Weren't you selling
I
that on
think
our
I
website?
might.
Yeah.
We should buy Daryl a shirt that says subjective.
Subjective. Pizza is subjective.
But I mean,
Just
you know,
subjective was fine.
He's always, it's just subjectivity. Yeah.
now everybody wants to make that pizza now.
They do?
Yeah, and it's like, come on, it's just one guy's favorite way to have a pizza made.
It's a good slice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not my favorite way.
No,
So, you're running into that. You're right. You're right. You
Yes.
see a lot of, the Portnoy pizza problem.
hey, he might be the pizza king,
Sure.
but I've been around. I've had a few slices
Oh,
in
yeah,
my
you've had
day.
a lot of pie in your day.
Does
yeah.
it show?
No, I'm just
I
saying,
haven't
I know
noticed.
you.
You tell me people make pizza like this all the time now?
Yeah,
Like who?
just like that's what any new
I
place
think
that starts
outside of
out
Michigan, though.
wants,
I mean,
wants
I
to
think
make
if you're
it this
talking-
way.
Not in this area, maybe outside of Michigan.
Oh, I was just saying Michigan. Seems like it's always the same. Well, more Detroit-ish. And
Yeah, a lot of Detroit.
A local sports guy in 97.1 went
What's your-
to
do you like Miss
New Haven. Is that
Canadian?
that's got
New
some
Haven,
of the best.
New Haven, New
some of the
Haven.
best pizza.
well, that's
Uh,
always been known to have. Yeah. They made a movie about that back in the day.
And by the way, Jarrell in the chat says, you can't stop with the Jets barbecue chicken and pepperoni
That shit's
and cheese
good. He's
with
got that
Cajun turbo crust. I've never had the Cajun crust. I've had the
Cajun-
Cajun
Good.
Turbo. That's interesting,
Good.
Jarrell.
I
He
had
also
Cajun one time.
says something about Tivoli's. Is that? Am I reading that right?
Oh,
Screen's
yeah.
cut
Yeah.
off.
So that's his favorite.
Tivoli's was one of my favorites. I haven't been there in a while because it's been. They had some goofy hours, like sort of that post-COVID time. If it's back up normal hours, I will definitely hit that up again. They have like 3 or 4 different kinds of pizzas that they make. They have like the wood fire.
Yeah.
They have New York style. Can't remember. I think the one I like is just a normal,
I
just
don't
like
like
the.
Tivoli's that much. I didn't like it. No. I
Okay.
disagree. I don't disagree with Darrell a lot, but
Jarrell, my favorite is probably well,
what's that new one that we like? Down the road. So that starts with T too. That always messes me up.
oh, yeah.
That
I
problem
probably-
with that place is you walk out with 2 pizzas, like $65.
I was surprised it was actually cheaper the last time. I think she screwed up. I
Oh.
got the Chicago style.
Yes, that's minimum 35.
I can't
bucks.
think. Rich, you should probably look that one up so we give him proper credit.
Sure.
But
Where's it at?
it's at 22
22, yeah.
and Van Dyke.
22 and Van Dyke.
22 Van Dyke.
Jarrell, my favorite is tomatoes up beets, which is the New Haven style. That
Southfield?
there's one in Franklin, which is right on the border, and there's a couple. Farmington Hills,
Tonini's.
Toninis.
Tonini's?
City of Farmington,
Yeah.
and I think there's one in Royal Oak now.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, expanding. That's that New Haven style with the coal that Anthony was talking about. Pretty good. It's just flavorful stuff, you know. But since this segment's running a little long.
Oh, sure.
I might as well keep it going.
Yeah, keep dropping.
Downtown, place that you and I have been to before, Jimmy. Downtown Eastern Market, Detroit.
Oh, that's a good pie.
Sapinos.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, that's Lauren's favorite.
So it's closed, as you know, in the Eastern Market. They had a fire.
Wow.
Was that why it's closed? We didn't know why it was closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So they have another location in Detroit, and I'll tell you what, it was delicious. We were coming from Toledo. We stopped a couple weeks ago. It was delicious, and I'd had a couple reasonably bad experiences where I wasn't like my socks weren't knocked off, kind of a situation.
You left socks on.
But we went there socks on, and they were knocked off again. This is in the new, I want to say Midtown area. I can't remember exactly where it's located, but delicious. So
Interesting. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
when they're firing on all cylinders, and I know you're a square guy, Jimmy.
I am. I agree with Jarrell. No, I agree with Jarrell that Detroit style is the best.
That's
Love it.
I agree.
I they're different categories, but I if you're gonna pick one style, I mean, don't because.
Yeah, I like most pizzas.
I do like a good
misunderstand me.
New York slice, though.
Mine
Yeah, you do? Yeah.
probably would not be Detroit style.
No?
But I love it.
Yeah, sure.
But I probably would be with Tones and then New
Yeah,
York
good,
style.
big New York flap slice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good.
And you like the flop, right?
I do like it.
Yeah.
That's the flop.
So I mean,
You guys a fan of Miss Peaches at all?
What?
That's the president's dog. You haven't seen the pit bull he adopted?
The one that was biting everybody.
Joe Biden?
No, Miss Peaches.
What?
You haven't seen Miss? It's his dog. He puts on Instagram like every day.
he can talk about that on his own podcast.
I thought we were talking about El Presidente.
Oh, El Presidente.
Yeah.
Oh, that
okay.
one. That Biden president.
I don't know. Biden who?
Does he have a dog?
Is he running?
No, he's not.
Well, he had a dog, but it was biting all the
Thank God.
Secret
One
Service.
less I'll have to defeat.
It bit all the Secret Service
And Jarrell
agents.
brings up a good point there, Jimmy. You're falling behind on your on the chat.
That might be a little offensive.
Portnoy always says just cheese, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Jarrell, I think you agree with me. You got to have pepperoni on there, brother.
Yeah, that should be the standard. It's just cheese and pepperoni.
Yeah,
I
this
think.
is not
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Yep. I'm going to start my own one-bite pizza review.
They should call it
No
something
one's ever
else.
done
We're
that.
going two
Yeah,
bites.
that's not obvious.
2 bites, cheese and pep.
That won't get you sued.
Cheese and pep.
2 bites, cheese and pep.
I actually really like this pizza.
That's
Pretty
good.
good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Next
Best,
time-
best I ever had, probably not.
Next time I'm
I
in
mean, it was a
Melvindale,
little
I'll
cold.
stop.
It's hard to.
It's not Detroit's
good
best,
point.
but I'll tell you, the crust is exactly like it was when I bought it. Like when you get the hot crust, it should be a little soft, right? It was.
Downtown, talking about, I like
Kinda
that
like
brass,
this to begin with.
brass rails we went to that.
Yeah, they got a
for
good
Texas.
pie there.
It was pretty good.
They got a good pie there. I'll tell you, I think Evil Pies in Las Vegas went there twice. Man, I had a lot of evil pie.
I don't feel very safe there, but it was a good slice of pizza.
Yeah.
I feel like I need my own entourage to go.
Did you
in
see
there.
where Jim was? He was in parts
Oh,
unknown.
Yeah,
we
I mean,
went some.
He
Was
took
that the
me.
stratosphere I
area.
saw in the background?
I've been to
Yeah.
Vegas like 20 some times, and he took me off the grid over there, and
Yeah,
I'm
we go
like,
off the
"Where
grid.
are we going here?"
Jimmy,
That's part of the fun out there.
Yeah, we go mud bogging out there.
what is
off-roading.
what kind of pepperoni does Jarrell like?
Cup.
Cuppy, if I would have to guess.
That's right. Very
I
good.
didn't see the
Cuppy.
chat yet. Oh yeah, Cuppy. Yeah, everybody loves Cuppy.
So, Jimmy, did you reenact Tones' walk from the Virgin to where was he trying to get to that
I
time?
went from like MGM to Virgin.
Yeah, no, we didn't do that.
Ooh, that's a walk.
No, but you can't believe you're on the Las Vegas Boulevard. All these people, you go behind MGM and you're walking. You're like on another planet.
Yeah,
you don't feel safe. There's people laying on the ground, druggies. Like one street over, one block over from like.
Why the hell did you think that was a good idea?
No, but I mean,
I may have suggested it. So, no, you'll be fine.
you're on one of the most expensive streets in the world. Okay, money wise, buildings, and then you go one block over.
Yeah, you ever been to New Orleans?
And it's like I'm in a coke town, people shooting up right in front of me at the bus stop.
You're like you didn't step on a needle, bro.
It seems so crazy to me that I could be that close to the strip. and
Cities
it's
are very good at cleaning up what they need to clean
Yeah.
up and brushing everything else one block over.
Yeah,
But
they
I
are.
will say
Amsterdam?
I walked that Harmon Street. That wasn't bad. Although it was like 99 degrees at 7 a.m. when I walked it.
That's where Tones walked.
I walked from like where the Wyndham was down past Virgin to CVS.
Oh, well, shit. That's where he was walking. He was just doing it at like maybe 1 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's all cleaned up by then.
Yeah, yeah. But I will say that I think the best...
The bulldozer cleaned up the hobos overnight.
They moved him out. Yeah. I think the best story was we were at Evil Pie. This was later. We'd already been to Legacy Club. We'd already, we had a few cocktails at this point in time. So we're sitting there, and there's a couple. We're sitting at the bar eating our pizza, and there was a couple next to us. This girl, attractive girl, and then a guy. And I'm
Attractive fella?
good-looking guy. Yeah, he was kind of a buff dude,
Better looking Kenny?
I'm not going to judge Kenny. Kenny had a better personality. That's more what I go on. So me and Mrs. Midwest were talking to them, and I'm like, hey, where do you guys typically go hang out? And they're like, oh, I don't know. We should go do something. Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, let's go somewhere. So we left there. We left with this couple.
This
we
is
didn't
not
know.
going to end well.
Have you seen like the latest horror movie out there?
It doesn't bother me at all. Like I like the locals' experience. They live there. They live in
Texas
Los
Chainsaw
Angeles.
Massacre.
I know.
Yeah. So we end up getting lost. Mrs. Midwest breaks her shoe. She had a heel. It broke her heel.
SJPs?
No, I don't think so.
good.
No.
That's GP?
And that's totally different. Yeah, totally different. So they take us. Eventually, I had to get an Uber because the locals got us lost. We were walking. They had no idea. They're like, I thought it was over here. I thought it was over here. Okay, so I get an Uber to take us to. It's called Gold Spike, which is kind of behind Fremont Street, kind of.
I thought I've seen that before.
Okay, yeah, you saw it. And it's a
Damn,
bar.
Tones, you know all
I haven't
the...
been in there. I've
No, you haven't been in there. You're not missing much. So it's and they have like oversized games. So they have like giant cornhole and like giant beer pong and all that stuff. I mean, it was cool, right? So I'm talking to these people, and this girl kind of leads on that she's like really rich, and she's showing me pictures of her pool. It's got a grotto and all this other stuff. And she's
grotto?
It was badass. She's like, well, next time you guys are in town, you guys can stay with us.
Oh, wow.
That's fine, I'm
Jimmy's
like, oh,
like-
man, that's cool. Yeah, we'll do that.
Sign us up.
And then I'm talking more to her. I said, well, where'd you make your money? So she was 48.
Always working, Jimmy.
Married 3 times. All 3 husbands dead.
Oh, boy.
I said, wow, that's weird.
Big life insurance? Not that I know
I
anything
think
about
it's
life
got to be.
insurance
So I'm
policies.
talking to
She
this,
called Big Lou.
I'm looking at her new guy, Brian. I'm like, this guy's he's a dead man walking, man. I told Mrs. Midwest says we should go. I said, yeah, let's go. So we took
All
off.
3 dead?
There's no way. It's
statistically
impossible.
impossible.
It's impossible that she's not off on her husband's. Got to be.
I thought you were going to say she worked at like Crazy Horse for like 15 years or something.
No, there'd been not even a story I talk about. That'd be something pretty typical, but
Okay.
yeah. And then the funny part is she bought us a shot before she left, and her card got declined.
Ouch.
I was like, okay, yeah,
It's
we
expensive
gotta
to run a grotto.
go. Yeah, we got to go.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
She finds all her husbands on terminal almanac.com.
Almostdead.com, onefootin.com.
I have to take an early break.
Yeah, take a break. While you do that, we're gonna go over. It is that time. I think. Is it? We hear music.
Beer.
Yeah, I got those summer shades.
Either way, Busch Light, whatever. I'm not too fussy.
Yeah, you know what, Rich? I'll take one too. Something light though for me. Thanks, buddy. It's time
Light
to-
and refreshing.
Yeah. Take a look at the most up-to-date U.S. presidential betting odds.
Is that as today?
This was as of the 22nd, so I have a feeling it changed a
Oh,
little
I'm
bit.
sure we. I'm assuming all the other Democrat options have.
Well, you think it's still she's not.
It's not official. Though.
Not official
It's-
yet.
Yeah, you're right. It's not official.
Right.
They got to go to the convention still. So
So we've got Donald
room.
Trump across the board minus 200 across the board. Kamala plus 200 pretty much across the board, except for Bet Victor's got her at plus 188. And I at the bottom there, I'm off the board on every site right now.
you know what I would like to see?
decide.
Do they have a VP candidate?
I'm sure they do. I think you asked that.
That would be I would be curious to see that.
Like who the Democratic vice president?
Vice president, yeah.
Yeah, I can look at that while we're.
Nothing official, right?
Yeah, I don't think anything's been official yet.
I heard something on VSiN the other day. VSiN, Jimmy? VSiN?
The
Vegas
Sports Betting Network. Yeah.
Stats and Information Network,
That's correct. Yeah.
which Richie was just talking about Barstool. Did you know that VSiN was originally started by Brent Musburger's family?
That's interesting. His family.
Well, get
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
DraftKings, they sold it to DraftKings for $75 million or something like this.
Wow.
3 years ago.
Okay.
Guess who acquired VSiN on Tuesday?
They rebought it?
Musburger Media. Yes, sir.
They bought it back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For how much?
$1. No, I don't know if it's a
it
Barstool
wasn't
deal
like
or
the
not, but that's the Barstool deal, Jimmy. $1 he buys his company back.
That's right. I've heard that.
I heard he took on $1.2 billion in debt, though, so I don't know if that's entirely
That's
true.
entirely true.
But, thank you.
man.
Did they still not have was Biden not on that list that you just put up before? Because technically he still owns the delegates. Maybe he wakes up one day and changes his mind and says, screw everybody.
Yeah,
Right?
he's off.
Well, because the delegates are still his until the convention, until he releases them.
Correct.
So, he could wake up in the next 3 weeks and say, you know what? Screw my party. I'm going full board.
Yeah,
I say I'm running.
that's a possibility.
Right?
So on VSiN, one of the Jason Weingarten was on there.
From under a cloud of smoke.
Yes,
Yeah, I know him.
Spreadopedia.
Right.
He says a no vote for Trump plus 155. It's probably some of the same sources. It's a little different than plus 200 for Kamala.
Okay.
So that's
So as long as Trump doesn't win, your bet's 155.
I mean, I don't even think
Gotcha.
I'd waste. I'd just bet Kamala if I'm doing that. I mean, who else is going to get it?
Well, there's potential for a third party, but I agree with you, Rich.
Yeah.
I agree that it's plus 200 is better than plus 155, and chances are 95% of the
Well,
time, if somebody else wins, it's probably going to be her.
I've heard some rumbling. I don't know if true or not. They said Kennedy has talked to Trump about endorsing him if he's like offered a position or something. So I haven't.
Oh.
I don't know if that's verified.
Cabinet spot.
Yeah, some high level position. in the
I think
administration.
betting against Trump right now is probably the bet on the numbers. I'm not saying he's not going to win, but
Right.
at plus 200, minus 200.
I would think so. And
Yeah.
I just may come as a surprise, but I seem to watch more conservative media than I do like MSNBC and whatnot.
Is
And
that true?
That's true. Even though I'm running as a Democrat. Yeah. And you see RFK Jr. is on a lot of shows.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think he's starting to get cozy with the Trump administration. because
Right.
He's on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well,
There was some
Democrats pretty much just turned their backs on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think what would happen when Biden drop it, I think he's just maybe wants to stick it to them possibly.
I don't know.
There was some stink on Trump once upon a time. Post January 6th. And then all of a sudden there's a bad Biden appearance in a debate. There's a ear that was blown off.
So I got a
Yeah.
question.
And all of a sudden, the numbers changed dramatically.
so I got a,
Right.
I got a question, and trying to be in the middle here.
You're the prince of impartiality when it comes to politics. I've always heard
So-
that.
Right. It's
So-
like you and subjectivity.
So supposedly, I think I heard this that debate between Trump and Biden was one of the earliest debates ever for a presidential election. So, and the terms were it was CNN, moderated with no audience, right? So, and the Democrats kind of got that set up, and then Trump just said, "Okay, I'll go along with it." So, did the Democrats, knowing his condition, purposely push him early so they had enough time to get another candidate? Because if they waited to September to do a debate after the convention, and that happened, they had no chance to replace him.
Wow, you are a conspiracy theorist, Tom.
Well, but does that make sense to you? It's the earliest debate ever. They can't change them after the convention. It's like locked in. So they did it super early to show the world what condition he was in so that they had time to push him out and replace him before the convention. It makes sense.
I think that's exactly what happened.
makes sense.
That you can't tell me that they didn't know that Joe Biden is demented.
Yeah, the people close to him had to
They
know.
knew that.
The people close
You
to him.
have
Dr.
to.
Demento,
If they do
used to
that
call
all
him.
this time, then why they have him run in the first place in the primaries?
Well, they had to look at. I don't know why.
The guy's condition hasn't changed in the last year. In
I
fact,
don't
he
know
was
why
Sleepy
they-
Joe the first time he got elected.
Yeah. Ideally, they should have talked him out of running again way back then. Ideally. But
Well, maybe
for
he
sure.
said, "No, I'm running. I'm the one that can beat
now I
Trump. I
think
got to
it's
save
kinda-
democracy." Blah blah blah.
Now I think it's kind of bullshit because
Nobody voted
Nobody voted for her. Like, yeah, she was on the ticket, but not for president.
But
Right.
Kamala ran in 2020. She was in the primaries, and she got like 1% of the vote.
I just don't. I really don't like the fact that they should redo a whole Democratic thing. To me, like,
Yeah.
if Trump died tomorrow, then what? We're gonna have an election where we have to
Vance,
pick
I
two
guess. I don't
different.
But there was no.
I don't. Would it be Vance?
Maybe Nikki. Maybe they would go back to Nikki.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Right, the
now,
second
we don't
most
even get the vote for whoever, what party wants to put the person in front of the ticket.
But did you get to vote the first time around?
What's that?
Did you
Yeah.
get to vote the first
Yeah,
time?
mine
the
was
primary.
in the primaries. Yeah.
I thought you said that they just gave it to.
No.
Well, they do. Usually, the returning president gets a free ride.
Usually,
That's what I thought.
generally,
But you still have to
nobody opposes.
Right.
But they were opposing them. People were trying to run it. Even
Especially in Michigan, we
Yeah.
actually had a.
RFK
Lost.
wanted to run against them, but they kind of pushed them to the side. They didn't even allow him to. So
That's the biggest problem I have with this. Like, no one voted for her, so it's like,
yeah, you're just inserting somebody now.
yeah, because you don't like because you know your guy was going to lose. They dumped him.
Right.
It's bullshit to me.
I agree.
It's like saying if Trump was 15 points behind the poll, like even though he was voted the Republican Party, whoever, we're just going to replace him with.
Yeah, somebody that might poll better.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's right either. I mean, and again, I don't really have any dog in that fight, but I'd
I mean,
probably
this
be a
is
little.
fucking U.S. America. Like, we could put together something in a month for the Democrats to reelect somebody.
Sure.
I mean, it's not hard.
That's what I'm hoping for my own campaign. Come up with something.
Big Gretsch might be running top
Yeah,
ticket.
yeah. big
How
red.
would you vote on that though? And I would like Jarrell at this time to tell us about the
I was just
postal.
going to say I got to catch up on
the
Jarrell here, man. He's
postal.
going off over
There's
here.
a postal deal that he was talking
Yeah,
about.
you had mentioned that he had said something about
I'd
that.
like to know more about that, Jarrell.
Yeah, Jarrell, you still there?
If you're still in the chat,
Postal. What do you mean postal?
if that indeed is you, Jarrell, you know what I'm talking about.
I think JD Vance stole his phone. Is that possible?
Why does JD Vance wear eyeliner?
Does he wear eyeliner?
That's a little fruity to me.
He could have naturally dark,
I don't know.
eyebrows.
I didn't notice that either, but I'll pay more attention.
Yeah, I'll look at him closer next time. I never look at him that close.
No?
No, I will say that we were at a party
No.
the other night, and we have some very liberal friends as well as very conservative
At
friends.
the Golden Spike?
No, this was before we went, and they were saying that Hillbilly Elegy was a really good movie.
Yeah.
They didn't read the book, but they said it was
It's on
really good.
Netflix. I was gonna watch it soon. on
Yeah, I
Netflix,
gotta
just
watch that, too.
just to scope it out.
Is that
Yeah.
a Hallmark movie?
I think it's a Netflix movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Netflix.
Yeah.
That got Sissy Spacek in it?
It's a Sissy
Coal miner's
Space.
daughter?
That's what I'm thinking of.
I don't
The
think he's
coal
got.
miners.
That's different.
He's got no more deals.
That's
I know.
different. He says USPS patent.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
And while you're typing your response here, you said that you've called the last 4 Super Bowl teams after the draft, and this year the Lions are a favorite to lose to Mahomes, and I think they're going undefeated at home. Yeah, and then Newsom has good value. Newsom plus 5,000. You get Newsom. Yeah. Also, that this is not anything too crazy. Also, they were trying to off Trump, so the second best has value as well, which would I guess be JD Vance.
I don't know.
Plus
It
8,000.
could be Haley because she has delegates. Haley earned delegates during the process.
Yeah, I don't have numbers for her.
I wouldn't say it's automatically JD. I think it would be Haley is probably the favorite at that point. So
Didn't she burn some of her Trump bridges?
no, well she came. She
came
spoke
back
at the
and
RNC
endorsed
to kind of get the.
They
everybody
always
on
say
the
the bridge is burned until you come back and endorse them, and they're like, oh.
yeah. But I would say Nikki Haley would be that bet at that point. So
I agree. JP.
Blockchain voting could get votes.
I don't know what blockchain is. Sounds like something Bitcoin is part of.
Exactly. You could do blockchain, and you could get votes done in a second. I don't see what's so hard about that. Everything's
Put an app on
verifiable.
a freaking phone, and we'd have more votes than going to your local church or school.
but the problem is we get like less than 3 weeks to the convention. So you
Tones,
would
postpone the convention. Like, come on.
You
like,
can't.
This is America.
Well, they have
you can
to
do anything.
They would have to. They have
We
to
moved
print.
back the Super Bowl during 9/11 for
They
Christ's
have
sake.
to print the ballots by a certain time for all the early voting and absentee ballots.
Yeah.
You don't. We're on
We
a
can get
time
around
constraint
it.
here.
We can make it work.
They had that extra week between the conference championships and the Super Bowl, so they were able to slide it right in there.
That's right.
And and we can check our own votes. Right. I like that idea.
Yeah.
There you go.
Verified voting.
Maybe secure, more secure than Dominion machines down the road.
Yeah.
No hanging chads on my phone.
Hell no.
Imagine that. We'd have Albert Gore
He would have
from Carthage, Tennessee.
Yeah, he could have been.
8-year president.
Who did
Bush.
Bush?
Junior.
This is a better betting tip.
Oh,
Hear that?
we've been interrupted.
Haven't heard one of those in a while. Well, we gotta not make this to be that long. I do kind of want to go to sleep at some point today.
I heard that we have like 12 people in the chat now.
It's going huge. We're going viral.
If Joel has 12 different personalities, we certainly have
Big
12.
That would be, Gerald, if you could get us a couple more subscriptions and then get the kid poker on, man, you'd be moving up the ranks.
He does say that you can always see on the blockchain that we voted for this person. It's a public ledger.
Never heard of it, but I'm down. I think there's many ways to get this done, and we could get it done in 3 weeks if we had to.
I agree.
Wow.
I agree.
How did you come up with that time frame?
Three
We can do whatever the
Rich just
fuck we want.
researched
This is America.
He knows what he wants to do. Yeah,
3 weeks.
Let's try to think of a betting topic for today.
Yeah, let's talk, Jim. This is a betting show, I heard.
Bottom up versus top down. Tones, you know a little bit about investments. There's that kind of relates to that as well. But bottom up betting. So this is what we all do, or most people do, right? You form an opinion about the odds by building models, or use your own qualitative insights, whatever that might be. Then you're going to choose a bet based on that opinion. DW, you know about that? You look at something, you might say, "Oh, that number doesn't seem right because I think the Lions are better than that, and they're going to cover that 7-point
Yes.
spread." Yeah, sure,
Yes.
right? Okay, so that's the basis of bottom up, and of course you could do it with models. You can do it just by eyeballing whatever it is, but the advantages to doing that is you're going to control the analysis, not the market. Which I'm going to contrast this with top-down betting here in a second.
Top down.
Top down.
More of a holistic way of
Yeah, you know about
looking at
the
Holistic?
economics version of it, right? You look at the market as a whole, and then you select your investments based on that. Versus you're looking at the investment here and doing a fundamental analysis. So this is well suited for smaller or less liquid markets. I know we've talked about this quite a bit on the show. That it's
like a synthetic market.
You could use a synthetic market if you want. And it can be process driven. That's certainly an advantage. You can do the same thing over and over and over again. And you have flexibility about when you bet. So you can get in, on an NFL game, you can get in on a Monday if you want to on this because you have an idea what the number should be. And that is certainly an advantage. But there's also some disadvantages. With every good thing, there's some bad things, right?
I've
Is that
heard that
true?
before, but
Yeah.
I can't verify that.
It can be time consuming. You know that. I know you spend a lot of time.
Well, too much time, yes.
Yeah. It can require an in-depth knowledge of the sport, like Jarrell knows that. He knows a lot about football.
48 hours is
Yeah.
what I had on DraftKings last week.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's 2 whole days. It can require,
Kids had 35 minutes each.
yeah.
You got to limit that screen time, is what I say.
Do you really have that much time on draft? Does it total it up?
There is.
Oh, you're shitting
There's
me.
a running clock, right? Or in the,
believe
especially in the
so.
casino.
I
Part of
think
it.
maybe I got logged in and it didn't log me out.
Sure. Yeah, that's what probably happened. If you're gonna do modeling, you have to know computers and statistics if you're gonna do anything like that. It's difficult to gain an advantage in large markets, like main markets, sides, totals, right, money line, and it's difficult to quantify your edge on that. And then, of course, you may still get limited if you're betting early and you're
You
beating
know
the
all about
close.
that, Jim.
Yeah,
Sides
yeah.
and totals.
Sides and totals.
Only
you can still
guy
get
here
limited,
to
man.
get limited on losing bets.
Yeah, it's a good time. Losing bets get limited. That's not fair. That's not fair. I can't wait to go to Colorado, by the way, in a few weeks because they have a ton of
Pot?
no, not the
Oh,
pot.
sorry.
No, ton of sports books.
Mushrooms?
You know the number one sports
Really?
book in Colorado is House of Dank?
That doesn't sound right.
So,
True.
I mean, you'll be downloading some apps.
We're gonna be downloading some apps. They got maybe 15.
No.
Oh,
They got
really?
Circa. They got Circa there.
15?
They got all kinds of stuff.
Cloud Duel.
Yeah.
Going to Red Rock?
They have a Red Rock. Is that? Oh yeah, Red
The
Rock
amphitheater.
Canyon. Yeah,
The
the theater.
concert,
Right, the concert.
yeah.
Supposed to be
place.
the best
Outdoor stadium.
venue.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that as
I
a no.
disagree. The Michigan Lottery Amphitheater
That's a pretty cool place.
would be my
I'll tell you what,
choice.
for convenience for me, driving home in 5 minutes, it is the best theater in the country. Yes.
All things considered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
going to line us to play over at the Freedom Hill next year.
It's hard to get a top line person over there, but you get some good B concerts.
You can get them early though.
Yeah.
Like before they.
become big. Yes.
Modest Mouse was there not too long ago.
That would have been good.
That
show.
perfectly
That
explains.
boy melted buttons instead of radio. Something like that.
What was it? I was thinking.
I was thinking they're more popular.
Float on.
Yeah, float on. Float on. You were spending too much time in Nashville. Float on.
All I know is in Nashville, Broadway,
Yeah.
walk up and down, you're going to hear zombie at least 3 times.
The
Oh,
Cranberries?
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 times I heard zombie.
Is that a Nashville song?
I don't know, but I heard it 3
I
times.
thought cranberries are like international. Aren't they?
Zombie.
Irish, right?
Irish?
Zombie.
No linger.
No.
No. Just zombie.
Just zombie.
Weird. That's interesting.
Weird.
All right, so how about some
Weird,
top-down
wild
betting? This
stuff.
is going to be different. This is going to be different, and this might be an idea for you to make a few extra bucks. What you got to do is you got to identify the sharp book in a particular market. So for college football, Circa, sharp book in that particular market, definitely.
I thought that was me.
Or Richie, yeah, Richie,
Not in
Circa, one of the
college.
two.
You're just an NFL.
So
player.
sharp meaning the layperson, the most
yeah.
accurate line.
Correct.
setter?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So probably Pinnacle for NFL, Circa for college football. We're talking football.
Bet Rivers.
Bet Rivers for nothing. I heard though, I did hear that Bet Rivers US does have the presidential lines. I didn't look, but I heard
I
this.
don't
really?
think that's true.
No,
I don't think they can.
I didn't think they could either, but I heard this anyway.
Maybe just for what's the opposite
For
of
funsies?
betting purposes?
Just for fun. I don't know. So what you would do then is you use
Party
that
favors?
sharp line. You're going to use the sharp line, the line that is going to be your truth, if you will, as a reference point. And you can bet in the softer lines at the recreational books like DraftKings and FanDuel.
So you're
BetMGM.
thinking that half point is what you got to roll with.
You can give me a half point.
Or
In
a
football.
point.
Could be a lot. You know.
So
It
you
could
got
just be the-
-6 at Pinnacle, and you like the Lions at -6. So if you get them at -5.5, you're
Yeah.
all over it.
I think the key is you take the what you like out of it, because you're going to figure that if it's -6 at Pinnacle, that is the correct number, because that's what
Right.
The,
So if you get anything less than that and you want to bet them, that's.
there you go. Yep.
I'm thinking you consider quantitative numbers here. I mean, we got to bet a lot here, I think, to make up these small differences, right?
Well, here's the thing. Check this out.
Quantitative, maybe.
I think all numbers are quantitative, but I could be wrong. I'm not
A number would be quantitative.
not a numbers.
Well, we need lots of quantitation,
You need
Daryl.
a ton of quantitation. That you don't really need to know anything about the sport.
That's true.
Yeah, you don't have to have an in-depth knowledge.
Wait
that
a
you
second.
would.
Wait
Right.
a second.
Yeah. What?
You're telling me
What?
that you don't have an extensive knowledge about women's tennis?
Not as much as you might think. I mean,
You
I
don't
know
have
that-
an extensive knowledge about Kazakhstan's lady.
No, you don't need it. I mean, not that I'm not even doing this, but this is what I should be doing. And that you don't need as much specialization, because most of the main markets can be exploited once you've identified what the sharp lines are, which book has the best numbers on that particular market. And of course, it's easy to quantify your edge because you see the difference in the numbers, right? So that's easy to do. But of course, we have some disadvantages too. You're going to get limited, probably pretty easy by doing that if you're always ahead of the number before they move it at the softer books.
Does this have anything to do with CLV?
No,
No.
no. It requires time. You're going to have to sit in front of an odd screen that's in real time so you can see what the sharp number is versus what the soft numbers are, right?
No, but it
Whole lot
has
of
something to do with
time.
CLV because you're finding the better number and you're ended up with positive CLV and then they're limiting you. So yes, it does.
Well, I guess but
Yes,
all of it,
thank you.
everything has to do with CLV.
Thank you.
This isn't specific. CLV isn't specific to this, is what I'm trying to say, right? And then it's typically not going to be useful in smaller, liquid, or inefficient markets because the lines aren't going to be that sharp anywhere.
Right, like women's tennis.
Women's tennis, I guess would be a pretty good example of that. Player props, probably another example of that, right?
So every year, can you go back and evaluate if that sharp book you thought was sharp was really that sharp?
Of course, yeah. You have to keep track.
Do you find that those books seem to hold up?
I don't do this.
Are there statistics out there for which book does the best?
Not
It's just
really.
generally accepted knowledge.
This is the work you're going to have to do.
Yeah, but you said Circa is.
Circa for college football.
Who do you
So
feel
that's
like? Do you think that they just replaced Pinnacle in their sharpness? Like they've only been around for 20 years.
You mean circa? I don't know if you'd say that.
You know what I mean?
depending
They've
on
only
the
been
sport,
around
right?
for 20 years or so,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, like Odds Jam is an example. They have the Odds Jam line, which they supposedly track the close on all these things, and they do a proprietary blend of, 40% circa, 30% pinnacle, which is supposed to give you the true, the true number. And I think who's the one, Captain Jack,
Billy Joel.
unabated. They have the unabated line, which is a similar type of thing. That is Billy
Calculation.
Joel, by the way. We'll get you high tonight. Take it to your special island. But yeah, so you can also do something like that. I don't know how accurate those are. I'm just saying that it's out there. So
That's where we need to find. We need to do that math.
yeah,
Find out who really is the sharpest.
maybe just do it.
instead of just accepting everybody else's opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the easiest way to do it is who would accept the largest bet. That's the most liquidity, so they would theoretically have the sharpest line.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a way to do it. Jarrell also says, blockchain. Okay, that's the USPS patent. Basically, is to use blockchain. And then he says that the Niners are arguing over money. Lions are ready. The boys are going this year.
The Cowboys?
I don't think he means the Cowboys.
I think
I know he's talking about Lions.
Prescott's going somewhere, not Dallas.
And then he
What
also
do you mean?
says,
He's under
He
contract.
said he wants to go somewhere else.
Who's the?
Oh, that'd be just fine.
Is it Ayuk? That's
Yeah.
fussing and a feuding.
did that resolve while I was gone?
No.
No?
Would the Lions be a player, Jarrell? Would the Lions?
I don't.
I would
think-
hope not.
I don't
because
think
they've
San,
spent some money. This
I don't think San
offseason.
Francisco would deal him to the Lions,
No, they
knowing
would
where
not.
the main. But you throw him again alongside Amon Ra, man, that would be.
That'd be sick. But
I think Rich is hoping and Jameson Williams is going to be that guy.
I
J-Mo's
got some
gonna be great.
confidence he's going to make a big step forward. I feel that this year.
J-Mo's good for about 900 and
I think
4
so.
touchdowns, 6 touchdowns.
Which game?
All 17 or 14 that he plays.
I thought you were saying he was going to have 900 yards in one game.
No.
That would be a lot. Yeah.
It's a breakout year.
He was
Number
good
three-
in
who's
that
number 3 on the
playoff
Lions,
game.
though? What are we talking, like Antoine Green or whatever?
I was wondering about that. Did they sign anybody? They lost Josh Reynolds. That's
I
going
feel
to
like they
hurt.
signed one cat, but it's not like anybody. Like, probably better than Marvin Jones. I'll say that much. Because that guy was washed up and they signed him last year. I don't know. We'll have to look that up. Maybe JP's got the answer on that.
Jarrell, I don't know. You said DraftKings
said
along
huge on
with
J-Mo.
Circa,
He's huge on J-Mo.
Circa, and
Pinnacle.
is that true?
I'm sure DraftKings in certain markets, I bet you player props are probably the best along with
I
FanDuel,
was going
right?
to say FanDuel for player props seems to be the one that always screws me. They're always an outlier, looking totally against the other lines. They're always way off,
Okay.
and yet more often than not, I end up getting burnt on that.
They still have Khalif Raymond. That guy's pretty good.
Yeah, like he's
He's
good,
good.
for a big catch once in a while.
He's good, like 4th type guy.
Everybody loves Khalif.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does say huge on JMO, 1,500 total and double-digit TDs.
Wow, 1,500. That's a breakout.
Pumps the
that's a
brakes
lot,
a little,
yeah.
but he'll be good.
Jeez, I could see that. How many
Did
did
you
he
see him in
score?
an NFC championship?
Yeah, how many
game?
did he score in that? 2 or 1?
2.
They were long ones too.
No, I think the last one was like a 10-yarder over the middle, but it was like they had to have it. I think it was 4th down. Just to do the onside kick because they called the fucking timeout the play before that.
That burned though.
Jarrell, I got the Astros to win the World Series combined with Chiefs. It's gonna pay me $30,000.
Yeah, Peoples Jones. He's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's nice.
Donovan People-Jones. Yeah, that's right. That's who you got. Who do you got in your World Series? Both sides. You got
Did you do that this year?
Astros and who?
I've got a few different to win.
Astros have been
what's your
super
favorite?
hot lately.
I like Baltimore a lot, and I like
School ball too. Yeah.
Astros. The Rangers as a longer shot, repeating, and
Rangers, nice. I mean, they're only 4 back or something.
And if you're gonna get a little crazy, go look at the Royals and the Padres.
There you go. We heard it here
sir.
first.
Yeah.
Breaking news, Jimmy. Top down, middle. How about middle up?
I don't think that exists.
Nope.
About Top Golf.
Top Golf, that exists. Been there.
Did you go to the Vegas Top Golf? It's right down the street.
I did not.
The Sultans of Stats.
Got a pool
the
there.
Czars of Knowledge.
Oh, do
that
they?
you can learn
Yeah.
in college.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's the Numbers Guys Trivia.
Oh, we still do trivia?
Oh, yeah, we do trivia. It's taking a while to get there. Here we go. Here's Numbers Guys Trivia. Oh, you guys want the, you know the link, right? We have to,
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm sure I'll find it.
Well, there's my buddy, my old neighbor as a kid, with the Hulkster.
Oh yeah.
Is everybody going to see
Everybody's
the
going
Hulkster?
to see the Hulkster.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes, sir, brother.
Brother. Yes, brother.
Yes, brother.
Here's tonight's trivia. This is going to go along with the start of the, whatever,
Oh, my
290th
gosh,
Olympic
Jimmy.
Games. What 5 colors are the Olympic rings? Just name as many as you can. Whoever gets the
Where's
least
the-
amount will be Rochambeauing or buying beer next week. Although I think I need to buy beer next week because Tones has gotten 2 weeks in a row and
I
Richie.
need the link.
So, oh yeah, here. I'll ship it over to you. What 5 colors?
Hit me up as well if you don't mind.
Yep, nope, I'll put it right in the group chat there. Are the Olympic rings? Interesting.
Dun, dun,
Yeah, maybe if I hear the
dun,
song.
dun, 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 dun.
5, you say?
There's 5?
There's 5.
I know 5 colors.
Yeah, I'll guess 5 colors once I get the link.
1 second here.
Is it going to get held up in Vegas like our last text did?
That was weird. Because
Delete.
seriously, when I landed, I got the text. I was like, that's weird. Let's see. Type this in. Slash.
Did you see some Olympic sports started up already? Like soccer?
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I did not know that.
I guess it goes longer than the actual.
Do all the big players play in soccer for the Olympics?
In soccer, they're limited by age, so it's not like the same guys that just played. Like Messi can't play,
Oh, okay.
so I think it's. I don't know what the age.
I think
number
more
is.
women you get, more of the stars, right?
No, the women are the same way. Like Trinity
it?
Rodman's on the team just because she's young. She was one of the better U.S. players, but I think it's like 26 or 27 or something.
Okay. I know there's some women's tennis coming up on the.
Why do they do that for Olympics and soccer though? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Who you like in the ladies' tennis?
I haven't even looked at it. I have not really looked at it.
Oh,
I know
for
they
Olympics?
came out with the draws
Common sense would say
yesterday. wasn't
Swiatek, right?
Do you got Scheffler for golf, Daryl?
Yes.
it? Hey, Realtor Lauren's in the chat. She says, you guys are only at trivia time. Did I miss anything? No, it's just been a long show. We had some
Slacker?
pizza. We had some beer. Talked
It's kind
about
of an informative show tonight.
It's been informative in a way. A lot of fun. Jarrell's been here. We gotta get you back in, Jarrell. By the way, you're welcome.
That
anytime.
would be cool.
Yeah. I don't follow anybody on Facebook. I don't have a Facebook, so I don't know what's going on with you. I have to rely on what Daryl and Richie and Tone say.
He's stuck with AOL Instant Messenger.
Instant Messenger's cool.
I don't even have that, man. I don't do anything like that.
He's decorated as MySpace still.
Probably hurting my chances for president. I can tell you, not having much
So-
social media reach.
You guys are financial gurus.
Sure, we know a lot about finance.
Supposedly.
So whatever happened in that MySpace deal when they sold for $50 million or whatever they sold for 15 years ago?
It just went defunct, and went the way of Blockbuster.
What a waste of $50 million.
Yeah. Jarrell says his mom's crazy good at tennis, by the way, at picking.
Oh, I smell
Picking
a
tennis.
Wow.
challenge.
Yeah.
Does he ask her what her hardest surface to, project is?
Air to surface. What are you talking about? Like clay?
Yeah, I know Jimmy has a hard time with grass.
No, grass is probably the best.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have a hard time with grass. Clay is probably the worst, honestly.
It's hard to smoke
you
clay.
had a good clay season.
Had a good grass season.
You did?
Yeah, I don't have anything wrong with grass.
Abdul Jabbar.
Yeah, the cream lady.
Oh, well, I didn't hit that one future bet or whatever. Well, I had a good grass season. But clay is probably clay's probably the worst.
So, what is that? What it does? In tennis, it rotates from clay courts to grass to
The hard.
What's the U.S. Open?
Hard
What's hard?
asphalt.
Oh, really? It's a different surface.
Can also be carpet.
Oh, and then they have
Some-
clay, right?
Is that's considered carpet though? I don't think
It
that's
is.
considered hard.
I handicap it as it would be handicapped as hard though.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like the AstroTurf stuff they play out in the U.S. Open?
No, it's just like it is at Mace Decker Park.
Is it like the old Silver Dome? Like just
No.
carpet on the
Yeah.
cement floor?
No.
You know what's amazing?
Carpet
You
on
know
the
the
field.
fastest surface? You wouldn't think it would be, but it's grass. Did you know that?
So
How
yes,
could that
grass
be
is
faster
for
than a hard surface or clay?
Less bounce
Yes.
and less
Clay,
friction.
clay seems like it'd be the hardest.
so
It's the slowest.
if you have a
slowest,
serve
yeah.
and volleyer, somebody that's a good server, that's where you want to be on the grass.
Yeah.
Clay is for baseline players that can shuffle their feet
So
back and
basically,
forth.
it just moves with the next big event, right?
Yeah,
'cause-
more or less.
Starts with Australian Open. That's on clay.
That's on hard.
That's hard. Yeah.
Right. Okay, and then it goes to
Clay.
French.
Clay.
And then
Wimbledon.
it goes to Wimbledon
Grass.
Which one do you think is the shortest season?
And then it goes to U.S. Open. What?
Which
Correct.
one do you think is the shortest season?
I have no idea. I'll guess clay.
Grass. Grass is about 5 or 6
Real
weeks.
quick.
You could avoid playing grass your whole career if you wanted
Just go
to,
on a vacation
Yeah.
for a month.
Yeah, it's still
because it's only about 5 or 6 weeks.
right. I think what is there? Maybe there's not a lot of. Is there a 500 match on grass? That's not a Grand Slam, but a 500 level match.
I don't want to get into all that, Jimmy.
Okay, 250. I don't know. Anyway, Jarrell says that.
Schematics.
Oh yeah, here we go. Surface depends on the player. Power on some, finesse on the others, and he's been silking Paolini for a while. Yeah, she's been doing real well.
Everybody's favorite Italian.
She's been letting me down, Jarrell, though, in them championships.
Yeah. Let's take a look at our performance, guys.
Let's not.
I know. Sorry, Rich. We would skip over you for today. It's been a rough.
I
stretch
didn't even
for you,
bet
Rich.
last week, so it could have been that bad.
Yeah,
broke
you-
even.
You had a good
It
week
was my
last
best
week.
week.
Broke even. D-Dub, man, that Scotty Scheffler pick hurt you. That was going to get you right to even. That was going to get you right
Should
there,
have bet
man.
him to finish top 10.
Yeah, minus 5.91. Doing pretty well at PGA Golf, though. Plus 5.97.
Yes, sir.
Tones, down 10.68. What'd you do last week? Though you didn't have a pick last. No, you got
2
a
and
pick.
3.
Yeah, you did a
2
pick
and
last
1.
week.
2 and 1.
2 and 1. I crossed over the 30 unit milestone, so I was pretty proud of myself.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'll
That
take
is
that. I'll take that. So that's
not
up
bad
10
at
on
all.
tennis, which is all we're really doing right now besides baseball. And then as a group, only down 1.47, guys.
Let's go.
With 1,012 units risked. That's a lot of
that right?
units. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 1,012 units risked and only down.
I would venture to say this show would go up against anybody. Negative 1.47 on 1,000 units.
That's long term, man. That's a lot of units.
You might want to stick more to Jimmy's area, but I mean, still pretty good.
It's okay. It's all right. We're doing well. Good enough anyway for what our purposes are. How about some top picks?
These
Let's do
are
it.
the top picks.
As always, we start with Rich. Go for it.
Yeah, so the Tigers start a 9-game homestand tomorrow. Getting nice plus 145 odds as of 5 o'clock today. I don't think they. I think they got that one guy they called up. He's done okay the last.
Montero. Or something.
Yeah, there you go, Montero. But they're going against a bad pitcher on the Twinkies. So I like the way the offense is flowing. I'm gonna roll with the Tigers here to keep the momentum going for at least a little while longer.
It's a 2-unit pick right there, baby.
Well, I only have 3 out there, so
Okay.
Were the Twins off today?
I don't know.
Wonder why that number is so high.
I don't know why either. I thought it was unusual for being a home team. Anywho, you got one more here. Oh, okay. We might just miss the shit. I don't know what do you call this. What's the first thing in cricket?
A chirp. Chirp.
The first chirp. We might have missed the first chirp, but I don't get to pick unicorns very often, and
Life's better with
This is
unicorns.
American cricket?
this is American cricket. We're going San Fran Unicorns at Washington Freedom. They're going cross country for a cricket match. I don't know what the hell that means in cricket, but we're going to take the plus 115.
That was a wicked googly. I just remembered Jerry Seinfeld
How long
saying
does
that in
a
a
cricket
commercial.
match last for our viewers if they were going to?
I don't know. I've seen cricket played. I can't tell you the rules other than they play with like a paddle stick, and you can bounce the ball up before they hit it, and then the outfield doesn't seem very deep. So you get a hold of it.
I got to say, I didn't envision when I was building the tracking system that I would need a cricket category.
I
on
looked
there.
hard before I went to unclassified, Jimmy.
It's
but
popular overseas.
Well, I guess it is. I just didn't think we would ever be doing that.
I was looking on DraftKings today. I couldn't find anything going on, and I was like, American cricket. That sounds right up my alley. So
Sure,
here we are.
Let's put a unit on it. Why not? That's funny. Don't.
I'm going to ride Rich's coattails here. Tigers playing very well. Good over the last 20 games, and when they do lose, they're losing by a run. Coming back home, I like this. I like that plus 142 for that. Blue Jays at home. I like the pitching matchup in this one. I'll go with the Jays on the minus 112. Same thing here. I like the Braves pitching matchup on the road. Mets have been okay. I think the Braves are due for a run here, headed towards the playoffs.
It's 2-2, by the way.
Plus 100.
He's got tomorrow's game, though,
Oh,
right?
this is tomorrow's game. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
the
sorry.
cricket match?
It's 2-2, eh?
It's 2-2.
Yeah,
Sale.
these are out tomorrow.
It's currently San Francisco 35-2 in the first.
What is that? Hey, how do you even score that?
Brewers got my boy Kirby pitching tomorrow. I like the minus 1.5, plus 105 at home.
Okay. Wait, is that another one? Oh, you got another one, yeah.
One more.
Man, you are going for the baseball. Cool.
White Sox have been putrid.
Yeah,
Mariners, again, they got a good start.
Mariners have been
going
bad
on.
though lately.
Yeah, I like the pitching matchup though on the road,
Sure.
minus 1.5 there. So
All righty.
That's a lot of baseball, Tones.
That is a lot of baseball, man.
You know what I always
Well,
say?
it was basically
Too
baseball
much-
or F1
yeah,
or cricket.
Too much of anything.
A lot of cricket, too, compared to what we normally have on this show. I feel bad about this one because it was on our website, but it didn't make the start of the show. I got the Mets and the Braves tonight, under 7.5 runs, and it's 2-2 in the top of the 7th.
Looking good, Jimmy.
Yeah, so that one's
You
got
had
a
a
good
good start.
chance. Yeah, I feel bad. And then I got some women's tennis tomorrow morning over in Poland.
That's
I
where
got
everybody's got to be paying attention.
yeah, Magda Linette to win. Magda Linette to win. It's at minus 118, so we got a favorite there.
You don't like
One you
Freck,
got.
eh?
I don't like Freck in this one. My number,
F-R-E-C-H, Rich, but it's pronounced Freck.
I was
yeah.
thinking Mary Magdalene.
What was my
Magda.
number on that? I can tell you the baseball, I got it at minus 115. I projected it at minus 155, so that was a pretty good play, actually. And then for the tennis, what do we got here on the tennis? Not a huge advantage. I got it at minus 118. My number came to minus 134, so minus 134. A little bit of an edge, 5% expected value on that.
This is about the time we need a vacation. There's like shit on.
Well, yeah, I can tell you that.
You know,
but I don't need any
MLS
more
doesn't start
vacations
up
for a while.
to August 24th.
Well, I'll tell you, when is the Hall of Fame games got to be coming up in like what?
Shit, that's got to be coming up in like 4 days.
Yeah, it's got to be coming up pretty quick. I mean, we're getting to the beginning of preseason football here.
Yeah. It's probably
Is it that quick?
beginning of
Oh,
August. The Hall of Fame game's like a week earlier than the rest, so it's like, I mean, the teams come into camp and like 5 days later they're playing. So
that's kind of quick to throw a.
I would have
game
doubt if
together.
it's Sunday night.
Really?
Hall of Fame game?
If it's not, it's the next Sunday.
Did the Lions just start camp?
Yeah,
Like,
I know it's odd.
it seems kind of to throw a game together.
I mean, I'll say it's probably the second weekend in August.
I would
but
say
it
you
could
need
be-
like 2 weeks of practice before you throw a preseason.
Thursday, August 1st.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Next Thursday.
Who's playing?
Should be, I think, the Ravens and
Bungles, probably. Don't they always play in it?
The Cowboys,
2024. This is 2024.
Steelers,
right?
maybe.
Pro Football Hall of Fame game, 8
Bears.
p.m. Bears at Texans.
There
Way
you
off. Way off.
Bears.
Bears. Yeah, so I mean, maybe those teams started camp, but it couldn't have been like more than 2 days ahead of the Lions. So
Right.
camp like 5 days, and the Hall of Fame game is hilarious because they put in like all the four stringers to start. So it's more like just a celebration, I think, of the Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Jim, for trivia, can you name me one Hall of Famer going in the NFL this year?
This year.
Anybody?
Was it the guy
Fisher's
that
class?
played it for the Texans? What was his name?
Wait, I saw.
He's already in.
I
Yeah,
saw
it was
the
already
list.
Actually, I don't know. I did not see any list
Jim
on that.
Leland.
From the Tigers?
Oh, we need the Football Hall of Fame too.
Oh.
Is that right?
Multi-sport coach. Yeah.
Crazy,
I
isn't
can't.
it?
I do not know.
I don't know who the class is.
Do you
either.
know? Oh, I thought you knew.
I just figured I'd throw it out there.
All right, let me tell you. How about Dwight Freeney, defensive end?
Wow.
Wow.
Syracuse.
For the Colts already? Man.
Yeah, well, let's put this up.
Syracuse,
here.
that's right. Let's go through this here. Don't know who this cat is.
It was
Somebody from '83 they put in now.
Yeah, it's probably like the veterans vote that no one cares about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Post Hosh, what do they call that?
Devin Hester. Okay.
Hester.
This guy's not a Hall of Famer. Come on,
He was
now.
a hell of a kick returner, dude.
Yeah, so was Mel Gray.
Mel Gray was awesome. Oh, Andrew Johnson.
There's your
Andre
Texan,
Johnson.
Richie.
There we go. That's a Texan.
that is a Texan for
Me
you.
and Tones would have no argument
That
over
qualifies.
Andre Johnson.
That qualifies.
But you know what? He'll go in as a Tennessee Titan too, Jim. So we got that going for us.
That is correct.
And
Also
the
a Colt
Colt.
for the 1 year that he was there. Yeah.
Sure, that makes sense.
Mongo.
Mongo in the house. Anybody on the 85 Bears team?
Is this the first member of the Four Horsemen to get in?
What about Julius
Oh,
Peppers?
Julius.
That
That's a
guy
big one.
was.
That's a good
Can
one.
you tell me who the second pick in that draft was?
Julius Peppers, is he the best basketball player in the NFL Hall of Fame?
Is Antonio Gates in there yet? Because
that-
he'd be better than him.
Was that Harrington?
Joey Harrington, the second
202?
pick.
Joey Harrington.
We could have Julius Peppers. We just lost the last game of the year against Daryl. We were there.
I think we're missing something. I think
No.
David Carr was the ahead of
Patrick Willis.
I think
Joey
we're off a
Ballgame.
year.
Peppers. I think Joey
Patrick
was
Willis?
number 3 overall. I could be wrong.
I think we lost the number 1 pick because we beat the Cowboys at the last game in the Silverdome, though. Possibly.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
Remember that game?
A little bit.
Yep.
Rich
Patrick
was
Willis.
trying. Rich had a set of wrenches. He was trying to take one of the chairs from the Silverdome. At that time, he'd never used a wrench before, and he was.
No,
Just didn't know what to do.
Didn't know my lefty loosies yet.
Yeah, but Sackett wrench.
Did they know you were trying to take a chair from the Super?
I think Daryl just made this up, but it's a funny story. I never heard that one before.
Oh yeah, they were trying to rip everything out of that place.
And Rich was there?
Oh, we went together. Yeah, right.
Yeah, we were there with Big D.
Mike McMahon was maybe your starting quarterback.
I think so.
Mike McMahon's the guy.
That is
What's-
right. Rutgers' own Mike McMahon
Rutgers.
wasn't a Big Ten team at that point.
No, pre.
I didn't take anything out of there, but I remember a couple classic Monday night games, including when you got beer spilled on you by a gentleman walking up the
Yes.
aisle.
Just
Yes.
started a fight with him, or
No. I just said, oh, that was a bath, I said.
whoa, no.
Cold bath, ice bath, ice
Sparty
cold
B.
beer bath.
Daryl's a magnet for getting beer spilled up. What was it? Big John, what's the guy at the Sparty? John, what's his face that paints himself green?
Johnny Spirit?
Johnny Spirit spilled beer on
He
you.
did?
On New Year's Day, he said, Sparty B.
No, I think that was just walking in. He was on his bicycle.
He made you spill beer, though.
Maybe.
That was the funny part about it.
I had a few beers that day.
That'll happen. Yeah, that'll definitely happen.
Y2K.
I'll tell you what, the sun was hot that January 1st morning. The sun was
Blazing.
It was hot that day.
Yeah.
It was like 90.
In January?
all
Yes.
sun.
Weird.
It was like that stadium had like all aluminum. I
The
think.
year was 2000.
Okay.
The
Y2K
computers-
had not hit yet.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Who knew it would be 24 years later than this very week?
Sure. And all of a sudden everything got shut down.
We've
People
had
can't fly.
global cooling since then.
We've been
Yeah.
waiting on that Y2K all this time, and by God, it delivered.
Here it is. Hey, here's some answers to our
Did you run out of
trivia.
gas this week?
Not this week.
Not yet. There's still time.
Last time we lost power, I got a call from Daryl telling me he was out of gas. I was like, I am in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That time I officially did not run out of gas. I was just low.
But
Okay.
no gas stations were open.
They were closed.
Because
Black,
of
yellow,
Y2 clay.
red, blue, white.
I
Black,
got
yellow,
4, I think.
I got
red,
I don't know.
Four.
I don't know that I'm right.
I got 4.
white. That's what D-Dub says. Black, yellow,
There could be
Oh.
red,
there could be a
blue,
green in there
white.
instead
I
of
thought
a
he was
white,
giving us
maybe.
the answer.
Oh, that's what Daryl said.
Tones. Red, blue, green, yellow.
What's wrong about that?
white.
There's definitely a black, which
Is
seems
there a black?
weird, but there's definitely a black.
Okay.
Rich.
I agree.
Blue, red, black, white.
There's
and
definitely a
green.
yellow though too. I think Richie.
I'm going to need you guys to self-police this and add your own up here.
I
I'm
don't
not
even
gonna-
know what I picked, Jim.
I
Okay.
think white is
Blue,
probably the wrong
red,
one. I'm
black.
thinking white is what I got wrong, but I could be wrong.
Oh, you
thought there
said
was
you said
white.
white.
I did. Black, yellow, red.
Tones said white. Everybody
Blue,
said
white.
White.
What's our difference?
It ain't white.
Oh, fuck.
Blue.
Oh, I missed yellow.
I think we all got it wrong, which means
Well, I think you all got the same amount,
I got
right?
4. I got 4.
I got 4.
Black.
I got
have
4.
black and white instead of black.
I have.
we all have 4,
Everybody has 4.
which means
That means it's a triple 3-way Rochambeau.
I think it means you have to buy the beer.
Oh wait, no, everybody got no. I guess so. Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
got it wrong. But I just thought whoever had the least. You know what I mean? So I figured somebody would name a fucking color.
I don't
You
think
know what I
that's
mean?
right.
Why have we done
That's fine.
double
That's fine.
Rochambeau before then?
I know. I think we screwed up. I think Jim should have bought it that time too.
Well, no, if everybody gets it wrong.
That means
But yeah, but not everybody.
that was like the first thing you
I
said. If
said
everybody gets it
whoever-
right
whoever
or
gets
everybody
the
gets it
most,
wrong.
whoever gets the most or the least would be the winner or the loser.
No,
right?
no. Anyway,
But
we all
I was gonna buy, I
tied.
was going to buy the beer. Anyway.
You got to buy the beer.
So I'll buy the beer next week. That's fine.
You haven't put any other money into this place.
No, that's true. I should probably do something. So I guess
Get
I'll
that
buy the
Dyson.
beer.
Get that Dyson fan while you're at it.
Yeah. Well, did you see what those things are? Not cheap. I looked at one.
Not cheap.
No,
Yeah,
but
they're-
there's different versions of those that are not as like. I think Home Depot had something. I almost bought it. It was like $50. I was going to see if it
What?
worked. Yeah, it was like one of those. It's like
Is it
tall.
quiet? At least
I don't
it's
know
gotta
how
be
quiet it was.
has
But
to
that's
be
true.
quiet.
I didn't.
That's the big factor.
What about those ones they use to dry the greens out there at the burning tree?
I got something like that in my garage, man. It's a big ass, but it really moves the air.
Does it
I mean,
make any
does.
noise?
It makes a ton of noise. I use it out on my deck or my patio, and it makes a lot of noise. Yeah, it does.
It'll look like we're in a hurricane while we're
Yeah.
show.
It'll keep it cool though. At least move the hot air around a little bit.
You know, get a little fan mister going. And
Yeah.
yeah. Blow the mist around us.
Yeah,
We look like
Cool zone?
we look like Al Roker in the middle of a storm.
that's
you know?
right.
So,
We look a little different than Al Roker.
Shut up.
Who wants? Rich?
Shoot. Where was I last week? I was out of town. Oh, shout out to daughter Rachel making her club team. Shout out to I think that's it. I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Stones?
finally get a chance to meet the Hawkster in person.
Amazing.
Pretty damn cool. So my childhood self thanks me for today. So
Shut up.
I don't feel the need to shoot anybody out this week.
don't shoot it.
Nobody's positively impacted you this week?
I'm gonna give a shout out to Jim. Just I don't know how you made it today.
Yeah,
I counted
cheers.
you
I
out.
appreciate
I was,
it.
That's impressive. I thought
I
you
was
were
making
sleeping.
plans to see the Hawkster.
Yeah.
You thought I wasn't
You,
going to be
you
here.
wouldn't
don't
respond to
know
the
how
text.
you-
I'm like, Jim's sleeping for sure.
I don't know how
Wide
you
awake.
did it.
I'm going to go home and go to sleep, though, right after this.
And you're looking as good as usual with that circa hat.
He won't be up until 4 p.m. tomorrow. That's
Yeah, I'm probably going to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. I'm not going to lie.
I'll shout out my son. He's a good boy. Always does the right thing. So
How's his baseball going this year?
going pretty good.
right.
He's batting 340 something.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's the slugging
His
percentage?
whip is under 2, so it's pretty. He's doing
That's
all
real
right.
good. How about
Yes,
his
sir.
FIP? FIP any good?
I don't know about FIP. I don't think they calculate that
Well,
game changer,
how
but
about war?
Yeah, War.
war is another one. You gotta,
That would be tough in Little League.
We
Yeah.
need a little more math.
I'm going to say
calculate
he's
that
about
one.
12 games of war, though. I'm going to give him 12 war.
Wow, that's
war.
a Hall of Famer.
He could be on my team. I manage anytime.
That's a Hall of
The
Famer.
lefty.
That's Hall of Fame quality.
That's right. Hall of Fame
Shut up.
personality.
Shout out to the Big H, the lefty. I have a couple shout outs. I have, first of all, my oldest celebrated a birthday this week.
Oh, happy birthday,
Big D.
Big D.
So shout out to you, buddy.
Shut up.
Also, shout out Mother Midwest. Her birthday is going to be next week, and we're not going to be here next week. No show next week. if I
So
didn't say
Rachel was asking how old your
Shut
oldest
up.
was.
that. 25. Just turned
25.
25.
I actually said 24, so I was right at the time.
Yeah, you were correct at the time.
Nice.
I'm going to shout out my little man who prepared lunch for me and Mrs. Midwest when
What'd
we
you
got
have?
home tonight. It was some
Finger food?
Nashville
was
hot chicken.
Some really good. Actually, it was General Tao's chicken
General Tso.
from
General
Myers.
Has he got a good recipe?
It was their prepared food. It was awesome. And
Best
then
Chinese
like those
in the area. Anybody?
roasted potatoes.
Roasted
From
potatoes
Myers?
and General Tso.
They're good.
Yeah,
That's a-
Starting
it
a
was
new
good.
trend. I like
It was good. And
That's
then,
a combo of best of both worlds.
Yeah.
sure. And then a sausage and cheese and cracker platter.
Oh,
So I ate like a king.
Like a summer sausage?
Like a Tones, the same one that you had with
That's
the
good.
pepperoni
That's
and
a
the
good
salami
spread,
on it.
yeah.
Yeah, same exact thing. I like those.
It got me
Nice.
prepped for the bar crawl that night.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese you got in that thing?
We had a variety of
Yeah, it's like a Colby Jack and then a cheddar, I think.
cheddar, yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Shout
I
out.
also want to give Dom and Kenny, my two boys over at the Circa,
Okay.
at the Legacy Club, Dom and Kenny. Dom is actually from not too far from here.
No.
Yeah, I swear to God. And then
Shout out.
I'm going to shout out Bernard and Mike, my two bartenders over at the Virgin.
Shout out.
Mike grew up less than a mile from me. Went to Henry Ford High School.
No.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
what are the odds of that? So shout out to Mikey and Bernard.
wow.
Where was
Falcon.
that at?
That's at the Virgin at the main bar,
Okay.
in the hotel there. And then I'm going to give a shout out to Mrs. Midwest,
Shout out.
the only woman I know that could probably hang with me for 4 days doing something like
Yeah,
that.
and then allow
That's
you
pretty
to-
impressive.
I mean,
Allow you to
how
come
quick
to a
did you
podcast.
plan out this trip too? Like 2 weeks?
It was very abrupt. Yeah, about 2 weeks. I
Yeah,
think.
that's a-
I'd rather
that's a
leave it
quick
in 2
planning
weeks.
process.
You were like, Rich went to Vegas. We're gone.
When you went, I'm like, I got to go, man. I'm like, I can't. When I see somebody there, I
got
can't
the
not
shakes.
want to go. Yeah, really bad. So we had a great time. So
Shout
I
out.
love you, and we had a lot of fun. Happy anniversary and birthday,
Shout out.
all rolled into one.
Shout out.
And shout out, I'm gonna give Jarrell a shout out too.
Yeah, blowing up
Yeah,
the
might as well have been
the
here
message.
today. What the hell?
Wait a minute. Before we go,
Yeah.
Realtor Lauren says, Rich, where is your neck fan? Do you have a neck fan?
I do have a neck fan.
Does a neck fan work?
I enjoy it.
Okay.
In the humidity, it's not as good though.
All right.
Because it's just fucking hot, sweaty and hot.
Did you
Yeah,
wear
my wife
that on the
has
streets
one
of
at home.
Vegas?
I did not. I was told not to bring it, but
Yes.
when I walked the dogs the other day, I wore it.
Does Realtor Lauren think you look silly with the neck fan on?
I guess she says it reminds her of her dad.
Okay.
I'll allow it for the show though.
I'll bring it next week and let you guys test it out. It's the #1 rated one on CNN. So
It must be good then. CNN rated #1.
yeah, they do. The Amazon products.
Liberal tears.
You know what's funny is I saw one on Temu or Temu, and I
They're
said,
good.
I never ordered it.
It's
this
all
would be
junk at TV.
this would be really useful. Is what I was telling Mrs. Midwest. She said, "Don't fucking buy
so
that.
ugly.
Why would you buy that?
It looks like
for?"
you're wearing like head beat, like beats.
yeah, around your neck.
Put it over your neck.
It's like Beats by Dre, yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Jeez.
You can put it
Just
around
does
your
look funny.
eyes and look like Geordie LaForge.
you could do that.
She says it's so
think
awful.
I think it's nice. It's like a personal fan on your neck.
I thought the concept was great.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I
$30
said I gotta have one of these.
It's like
And
$30
I was
I'll
told,
bring
don't
it
ever.
in 2 weeks. We're off next week, right? Was that
Yeah.
an official announcement?
That's correct. Official announcement. We're
Everybody,
off
we're up in the UP. Come
next
visit us.
week. Yes.
Come to Shorts Brewing.
Come on and see us.
In the UP for Rich.
The
is,
UP.
south of the
It's different.
Mackinac.
Stopping at We're going up to Mackinac Island. That's close enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's part of the UP, right?
That's similar.
Kind of the gray area.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Before I play the
God,
outro,
here we go.
I
guys,
think it's really. I think it's probably Latin Michigan, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it's
rabbit
Latin,
hole.
Central Michigan. No, that's actually a place. Would it be? What else is there? Latin, yeah, I guess Latin Michigan. Realtor Lauren says she tried it for 5 seconds and it was hot. It was hot air blowing on you, and
No.
it didn't make anything better.
That's just because she doesn't know the true value of a neck fan.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
See you, everybody.
Bye.